live from Serpentini Chevrolet Field, home of North Royalton High School athletics and as well as Holy Name football. This is the Holy Name Broadcasting pregame show, back for year number 2. I am Nathan Smee, your host, as always. Alongside me, Cameron Mergazzo and Damian Webb. Gentlemen, another year. Are you guys ready to get started?
Of course.
Wait, we got to start this the right way. Yes, absolutely.
There it is. This thing you're going to be tired of hearing by week 5.
Week 2, actually.
By week 2. That is pretty accurate. But today we got plenty of things to talk about, looking back to last November and looking ahead to the future. What does Holy Name have in store? Is Andrew Cole the quarterback to lead Holy Name to the Final Four once again? Can Nick Barker have a promising start as Padua quarterback? All those questions and more answered today. But let's first look back to November, that Black Friday of 2022, where Holy Name, their Final Four matchup against Canfield, ended in a 38-21 defeat. What did Holy Name do well in that game that unfortunately wasn't enough to get us the win?
I think our offense was good. Our defense wasn't the greatest, but their quarterback,
Broc Lowry.
Broc Lowry, he was just a really special athlete, and our defense did an okay job of containing him, but not a great job. But our offense was pretty efficient.
Damien?
Yeah, I'd say I agree with Cam. Offense pretty efficient. There were some really good plays that we had throughout the game. It brought some spirit, but unfortunately we just came up short. And Broc was really a menace to the Holy Name team. I mean, he ran through pretty quickly and pretty fast. So.
Yeah, and you're going to get that from being one of the best quarterbacks. I believe he was the number 1 ranked quarterback in the 23 class in Ohio. He's going to Indiana, can be in the Big 12. Unfortunately, he's not going to be one of the big dogs of the Big 26 that it'll end up being. Yeah. Basically, the Big 130 minus Notre Dame when the time comes for that. But Broc Lowry had an excellent day. Danny Inglis, I believe his name is, the Iowa State-bound running back. He played really well. But Holy Name kept up for a good portion of that game, even going to a play in the fourth quarter. Kevin Pavanka, 75-yard house call on a pass from Andrew Cole, and now going into that play. Is that a flash in the pan from Andrew Cole, or is that what we're expecting to see week in, week out from that senior quarterback?
I think we could expect to see that. He's got a really strong arm. He can also use his legs, so I think we expect him to see it rolling out a lot and looking to throw the deep ball.
I can absolutely agree with that. I think Andrew Cole is going to step up really tremendously this year, filling the shoes of Javon. And I think watching Javon in his last 3 years, and Cole being his backup, he's really learned a lot of things, and he's going to implement that into this season. I
know me and you, Damien, we played with Cole that 1 year, our freshman year. He had his confidence levels up really high from the beginning. I think he's really prepared in going into today, and I think that leads us into our kind of discussion of the day. Padua, obviously, they have a change in culture, a new coach, new quarterback, a bunch of new things over there. Holy Name losing a lot of key seniors, getting a couple new guys in, especially the 3 guys from St. Ed's. But who has more pressure to win in today's game?
I'm definitely going to go with Padua because it's been a long time.
Padua's got it rough for them. I mean, they lost a lot of people, good coach, and it's going to be hard to recover from that. So this is a season to prove themselves if they want to do something, and it starts tonight.
Yeah, sure. September 6, 2019 was the last time Padua was able to defeat the Green Wave, winning 14-12, I believe, in a game at Padua Stadium. But
yeah, that's when they blocked the field goal.
Yeah, I do remember that one. Sounds like Cade York, to be fair.
Okay.
But looking at this objectively, I think Padua has more pressure to win today to end the losing streak they have against Holy Name. They have a new quarterback in Nick Barker, a solid quarterback. Don't get me wrong. They have Rod Love still, who last time here ran for over 300 yards against a very good Norton team. But I think Padua wants to prove that last year wasn't a fluke. If we're looking at this from their perspective, look at Holy Name in 2021, where we were about a similar record going into the playoffs, and we made it back to that point. Last year, what we had, the chip on our shoulder, is what Padua has this year to do, and I think that gives them more pressure. And that'll lead us now into our second question. What should we expect to see with new identities for both teams? Are we expecting to see more of the same from both sides, or are we going to have a flip switch here for both sides offensively?
Honestly, think it's probably going to be a little bit the same for both sides. Obviously, we're going to see a little bit of new stuff, definitely from Padua, obviously. New coach, new quarterback, so maybe a little bit of new philosophy there, but I think it's going to be pretty balanced on both sides for both teams.
I can agree with Cam on that. I think that overall both teams have went through a lot of change this offseason, and I think that it's going to be kept kind of close. And I feel like HN will just capitalize on that and get some momentum and take it home tonight.
I think I have a little bit of a different approach to this than you guys did here. I'm looking at Padua. I'm looking at a team who had Tyler Tousai. You kind of see that Josh Allen build, who he was mobile. He can move out of the pocket, but he had a lot of Hail Mary balls, a lot of them being intercepted. But At Maple Heights, he did have that 180-yard touchdown. That was kind of the system they ran. Now they're taking a step back, looking at a guy like Barker. From what I've seen of the tape of him, he's more of an improviser, similar to him, but takes less risky shots. He was on that JV Benedictine team last year, and he was very good. From what I heard, he was just not given the opportunities he wanted with the Bengals. That is why he is now coming to Padua. But I think he has a lot to prove. And as well, Roger Glove, he has plenty to prove himself, just getting over the 1,000-yard mark, running behind Caden Fayek and Marquise Hall last year. I think I see a balanced approach, but for Holy Name, it might be crazy to think, but I think we're going to go back to the days of old, go more kind of a passing situation. I think it's been almost 10 years since we've had a 1,500-yard passer. I think Javon got to about the 1,200 mark a couple seasons. I believe a couple other guys got around there, but no one really up there. I think if we're going to play the strength of Andrew Cole, and he said it in interviews himself, he is stronger when he's throwing the ball. He can improvise. He can throw the ball well. I think we play to his strengths and run the ball a couple times, run it with a guy like Will Dix, run it with a guy like Xavier Rodriguez, who is a multi-sport athlete. I think Holy Name, if they can kind of change the offense a little bit, but keep the identity and heart the same, we're poised to win today. And that goes in now into the big question of the day. I believe the big narrative going into this game. Who will have a better debut starting? I mean, you can use the debut term loosely with Cole. He had a couple starts in 21, but in this new era, who will have a better debut, Andrew Cole or Nick Barker? Cam, I'll give you the floor.
I'm going to say Cole because he's had a lot of reps at the quarterback position, and he just knows his offense and his receiving core, and he's been with them, and I just think it's going to be his day today.
I'd say I'd go with Cole as well. Cole's had these guys on his team now for 4 years. He's got to develop with them off season, in season, in the weight room, and on the field. So he knows them. Like it's a family bond that he has out there, and it's going to be easy when they play together as a family, and it'll make Cole stand out.
This should be no surprise to you as we are Holy Name Broadcasting, but I'm going to have to give Andrew Cole a nod here. But looking at this kind of a neutral perspective, like Damian said, he's been around these guys. Both of you said kind of the family aspect of it. He's been around these guys for years. He knows his receiving core well. While Barker's going into a new situation, coming in around the January mark, having plenty of time, he might struggle early on, but I think that the Nick Barker we see today is going to be completely different than the one that they'll see in Week 10. As looking at Division 3 is not really time for predictions, but I think Padua will be kind of a dark horse in Region 10. I'll say it right now. I think it'll be Toledo Central Catholic versus them in the Elite Eight this coming November. I think that is a likely possibility. I think Nick Barker's going to lay the foundation today, but Andrew Cole, he's going to put it together and have a better debut for Holy Name. And then we kind of mentioned it, a new era, bunch of change, especially for Padua. I mean, getting a new coaching staff in there completely changes things. But how will they adapt going into this game, especially being the first outing with a new coach?
I definitely think there's going to be some growing pains, maybe a little bit of miscommunications, but obviously it's going to happen when you have a whole new system. But I think they're going to figure it out as the weeks go on. And yeah, like Smee said, by Week 10, I think they're going to have a really strong program.
I think beginning of the year, it's going to be tough for them. Obviously, Coach Mike was with them, I believe, for 8 or 10 years, somewhere around there. And he really developed that program, and he was a really good coach. And they knew what they were doing year in, year out, and now they're going into something new. Week 1 rivalry game, it's going to be tough. But I think they'll overcome it, and by the end of the season, they'll be a good star on the core. I
think this is a bonding experience for them. Their head coach gone, a couple of their star players now going off to Connecticut in Borkey and Tousai. Marquise Hall, I believe he went over to Euclid. I forget who it was. One of their good defensive backs went over to Lakewood. They lost a lot of guys, but the guys who are still there, they're there for each other, and they're buying into the system. I believe their current head coach, Kevin Cubitt, he was an inside hire. They're kind of buying into the system that they have, and promoting within is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, from my own experience with baseball, with different coaches coming in, we've had an assistant take over for our head coach. Everyone bought into the system. They were just happy to be out there with the same guys. If Padua can use that same mentality, I think you're going to see a very scary team come the end of the year. And, I mean, they're not going in today as the guys expected to win. For most of these games, most of the 4 games, I believe most of the guys predicted them to be the winners going into the game. This might be the first time out of them since 2019 they're not predicted to win. I think if they take the underdog mentality that Holy Name kind of coined for themselves the last couple of years, I think, yes, there'll be growing pains. I think, yes, there'll be times of anger on the sidelines. But I think, like we said, by Week 10, this will be a band of brothers together under the cause of trying to bring a state title home to the wrong side of Parma, in our opinion, but going over to State Road and getting the Bruins a state title. And now going into question number 5. What can Andrew Cole do to further improve his Holy Name legacy? I mean, obviously, in the intro video that you'll see later, his infamous catch, even in the program, if I can grab one real quick, I can find it off the top of my head. There it is right there, if you can kind of see it. There's the catch. It's clearly an important part of Holy Name history, but what can Cole do to further improve his legacy as it stands right now?
I think this is really bold, but if he really wants to improve his legacy, he's gonna have to have an excellent season as quarterback and as a leader. And if he really wants to improve his legacy, he's gonna lead Holy Name to a state championship. Bring it home for us.
Definitely a big part would be leading us to victory. Even leading us to the Final Four where we ended up last year would really cement his legacy. He's had a great time with this program, and this is his time to shine, and this is his time to do what he can so colleges take interest and things like that. This is his time.
Yeah, and I think that regardless of what happens this year, his legacy is cemented in that play. I mean, I believe both of you were there, that Brooklyn night, that packed stadium.
Cold.
Yes, the atmosphere of that game,
fun,
I don't think any of us are ever going to forget where we were seeing that catch happen. I mean, the stadium went nuts. I mean, that was such a small stadium for us to be in, but we thought that stadium was about to fall down with the excitement he gave. I agree with you. I think that Andrew Cole has to start a game for Holy Name at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium to improve his legacy. I think he can get it up to another notch, getting to the Final Four, which they think they can. In talking to senior Will Dix, they believe they can get to the Final Four, and I have to agree with them. Looking at our region, I think if Holy Name could go out there and bond together, we'll be playing late into November and maybe even getting a December night at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. That would be such a fun way to end out our coverage of football. And a cold way to do it. I mean, if we get in the press box, it's not going to be that bad, but you never know.
They'll kick us out.
That could happen. But there's still plenty of good spots at Hall of Fame Stadium to be, but we still got plenty of weeks to get there. But Andrew Cole, his legacy is cemented. The only way for him is up. And finally, the last question here. Which of the younger guys will step up? I mean, we asked that question last year. We threw out guys like Will Dix, Joey Ragone. Who is the next kind of guy to step up from the class of 25 down?
Really, what I think is we saw a little bit toward the end of last year. I think Mikey toward Zedlow, the cornerback, he made a couple plays later in the last season, but yeah, I think he's really going to step up big. He's going to lock down some defenders. He's going to get a couple interceptions. He's going to wreak some havoc over there.
It's hard not to disagree with Cam on that. I mean, Mikey is definitely one of those players that you could see from day one. He puts a lot of work in and off the field, in the weight room. He's striving for greatness. And I think we're going to see a lot of Mikey this year, and it's just a key to success. I also think Chase is going to step up a lot. He's been practicing hard. I mean, I've seen him earlier. Those legs are massive. He's kicking hard, and he's ready. He's ready. This is it.
Obviously, I'm going to say Mikey towards Zidlow. Obviously, that's the number one answer for this. But then going through it, I know Cleveland.com, I believe it was, mentioned Cam Mullins as a guy who can step up for the receiver core. I'm going to throw out two other guys. You got Xavier Rodriguez, number one. Then if I can find the Holy Name roster that I have here, there's another guy that is a name to watch out for tonight who not many have on their radar. Look for number 26, Jovan Miles Jr., the freshman. They believe that he could get some carries, and if he gets some good touches, I believe that he'll be good. But let's look at Xavier Rodriguez for a second. Started varsity for lacrosse last year, an absolute monster on the lacrosse field. I think he can use that mentality as a rusher. I mean, he was given the iconic number 4 jersey that Christian Sanchez wore for 3 years starting on varsity. We can have another Christian Sanchez. Big physical, yes. If we can have another Christian Sanchez mold in this Holy Name team, then we're going to be fun to watch for years to come. And then now that kind of gets us now into the most decisive part of our show. Predictions. Speed stats, they're gone. I'm not finding 12 stats. I don't even have access to the stats from last year. You agreed that I couldn't do it. I texted you this yesterday and you responded.
And this is why I said yes, absolutely earlier, because I can't say it tonight.
This is why we can't have nice things, ladies and gentlemen, but at least you're here for us for the pregame show.
Hey, that's okay.
We appreciate you.
It's been a long day.
Yes, it has. And I mean, we'll have plenty of long Friday nights after some nice school days. We'll have plenty to look forward to.
R.I.P. my sleep schedule.
Let's start. All right, let's go.
Let's go into game number 1. Hudson versus Highland. Two teams ranked within the top 25. Who do you guys have winning this game?
I think it's going to be a close matchup. Went back and forth a couple times, but I'm going to go with Hudson.
I'm going with Hudson.
Okay.
I got to go Hudson here. I'll give more of the in-depth kind of knowledge here because I don't touch grass and I decide to look at these things here. Hudson coming off a 13-1 season, playoff wins over Solon, Walsh, and a strong Riverside team, but lost to Hoban 41-7. Highland lost to Toledo Central Catholic in the Sweet 16, 42-6. Hudson, a little bit more of a difficult year this year, but a big guy to watch for them. Ian Ludwig, 2,000 yards rushing last year. He will be the difference for them. Score prediction 34-21. And final prediction that we have for that game comes from the fans. If you follow us on Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram, you'll see the polls that we had come out. I also put one on my story. Combining the numbers there, we had 33 votes for Highland, 30 for Hudson, 52% in favor of the Hornets getting the victory in that game.
Oh, you're going to be wrong.
Yeah, I hope they're wrong. I want to do as well as I can this year. I mean, you missed half the weeks and you still beat us.
That's true.
Too good.
No more
That's for another day. I don't know if we're going to say that so far. You can earn the title back this year.
Yeah, I'll win it. I'll win it fair and square this time.
Speaking of winning things fair and square, Lincoln versus Mason, two teams that played against each other last year. Who's going to get the upper hand in week 1 this year?
Lincoln.
Did we talk about this earlier? Lincoln. Come on.
I'm going to have the other one here. I'm going Mason here. Lincoln won this game 9-7 last year in week 1 over the Comets. The deciding factor is the final game. Lincoln 31-7 loss to St. Ed's. Obviously, St. Ed's state champions, probably the best team in Ohio in general.
You smoke. Yes.
I mean, then you kind of got Mason getting near the Final Four, losing 24-16 to an Archbishop Moeller team who took Ed's to a good game. I think I had something like this last year of a team being flipped with a 16-13 victory. That's how I go for Mason. And then looking to the fan vote, they will back me up here. 64% at home said Mason. Come on, fans, I agree with you. Let's get this dub. And I think we're going to have one where we all agree on this one. Walsh Benedictine, gentlemen. Walsh across the board.
Yeah.
I mean,
They lost their quarterback.
that's about it. 2,100 yards last year. I think they're going to have a good year, Walsh. Benedictine, I think they'll have a bounce back, sophomore quarterback, but not enough to beat the Warriors. 35-24 victory over the Bengals. Going into game number 4. This one is part of the Northeast Ohio versus America series where we're sending 4 of our best and most historic programs against the best that the United States has to offer. Washington Massillon, 4th most winning team of all time, versus Valdosta from Georgia, the most winning team of all time. Who do you have winning?
I have Washington Massillon.
Going with Washington on that one as well.
Ohio.
I said this before we started here. Valdosta has the history. Massillon has the now. I believe 42-28. The Tigers, the TI Tigers, not the TY Tigers. Don't get it mixed up with Mansfield Senior here.
Oh, that's crazy.
I believe they will get the victory tonight over Valdosta. The second game of the Ohio series, Archbishop Hoban versus Frederick Douglass. I know I have a differing opinion, but state your reasons why you think Hoban's going to win.
It's Hoban. it's Hoban.
Fair enough. I say Hoban as well. Just always had a great season. I got to go with an Ohio team now.
Just realized I missed this, by the way. 68% said Walsh and 82% said Massillon. 95% saying Hoban. I am part of the 5%. I'm going to tell you why right now. Hoban, they lost in their state title game. Frederick Douglass, they won their state title game, 15-0. Their last loss was in a state title game. I think that Frederick Douglass, hey now, I want this clipped up if I'm right here of them mocking this. I want this clipped. I think they get the victory. Oh, I know it's 100% going to be clipped if I get it wrong. 45-42, Frederick Douglass gets the victory over Archbishop Hoban. I still want the Ohio team to win, but I got to go with my gut feeling here. And now going into game number 6, Glenville versus Dinwiddie. Gentlemen, who do you got winning?
I got Glenville. I'm being different.
I can't go with Glenville, man. They're just going to fail. I have that feeling on that one. That was a shot in the dark.
Nothing but respect for Ted Ginn Sr., 26 years as head coach over with Glenville, finally got a state title. They have the most difficult schedule they've had in years. They have IMG Academy week 4. I think that early on they're going to slip up, and they're going to take Dinwiddie to overtime. 48-42, Dinwiddie gets the better of Glenville in week 1. Good luck to Glenville. If we make the Final Four, I believe most likely that's the team that we would see.
Probably.
And now going into one, I think we all agree on this one for sure. Game number 7, St. Ed's versus the Indiana outfit of Center Grove. Gentlemen?
St. Ed's.
St. Ed's. 96% at home said St. Ed's winning that game. 90% said that Glenville's going to win, so keep that in mind. But 45-28, Ed's gets the victory. Game number 8, Lakota West versus St. Xavier. I think I saw the line for this one being a 3.5-point favorite for Lakota West. Gentlemen, who do you have winning?
I'm going to go with the favorites, Lakota West.
Dakota West.
Lakota West 45 to St. Xavier 17. Lakota West is that much better, I think. St. Xavier, they have the history. They're known as kind of the Ignatius of Southern Ohio from people who grew up around there. But people at home here, this is interesting. 86% are going with St. Xavier. Only 8 people voted for Lakota West. I mean, it's interesting to see that. And now game number 9 here, Ignatius, Springfield. Who do you gentlemen have winning?
I got Springfield.
Springfield.
77% are going with Ignatius. One at home saying the quarterback for Ignatius, senior quarterback Joshua Pappas, making the difference. I got to go with Springfield 35-10 over St. Ignatius. Game number 10, we're going over to our friends at CVCA as they take on Streetsboro. That's a story I have to tell you for a later time here, but who do you gentlemen have winning this game?
I got CBCA.
I got to go with the Royals here, 35-31. Sophomore rusher Joey Kopak, he's going to make a big difference. Had 1,000 yards last year. He needs to step up a little bit more and get them a big win here, I believe. 35-31 win, and I believe 63% agree with us at home. Second to last game, John Marshall versus Lakewood. Who do you have winning?
I'm going to go with Lakewood. They're looking pretty scary this year, especially with a couple of the transfers they got. They can do some damage.
Lakewood, Coach Mike season.
Yes, I believe Padua's head coach going on over there. He'll get a win to start things off. 35-27 in a tight game. Key player in that game, Alex Simmons. Watch him, their quarterback. He can run. He's a talented player. He'll make a big difference in that game. 65% agree with us at home. Lakewood getting the victory. Now game number 12, Normandy, Lincoln West. Who do you have winning?
Normandy.
Also got to agree, Normandy. Eli Gray is poised for a breakout year. He looked solid last year when he played against them. He actually led somewhat of a comeback towards the later stages of that game. I have Normandy winning 42-21 at home. A 1-vote difference. Lincoln West getting the nod by 1 vote at home, 51% over there. And the final game that we have, obviously, if we were asked to predict Holy Name versus Padua, I think we're all going to say Padua. Not Padua, bro. We're not going to say Padua, even if we think it was going to happen, which we don't. We think Holy Name's going to win.
Yeah, 100%.
We go at home. Do people at home think Padua's going to win? Surprisingly, no. 73% going with Holy Name at home. I mean, but I will have to say there were crossovers from both sides saying the other school would win. I will say that. So it wasn't as biased as saying if you go to that school, that's who they voted for. So that kind of makes it interesting to look at that. That's what we'll do for every week there, making sure it's an unbiased kind of feel.
And my fake accounts.
And now we're going into bold predictions, the segment that replaced speed stats here. We're going to give a bold prediction for game 1 and a bold prediction for the season as a whole.
Oh, okay. So my bold prediction for this game is Padua is going to continue their losing streak, and Andrew Cole is going to have 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground and 1 in the air. And then my bold prediction for this year is that Cole is going to throw 1,000 yards while also running 600 yards.
Week 1 prediction. I got to go with something tough here. Kind of backing off what Cam said, but I was thinking earlier, Cole's going to throw for 2 touchdowns tonight. I believe both in air. And long-term looking throughout the season, I think we're going to see Padua later in the season again.
I mean, we won't see them. They're in Division 3. We're in Division 4.
Well, you know, like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
No,
I didn't think that one
really
through.
don't know.
I really think that one through. But you know what I'll say? Tough competitor this year, Elyria Catholic.
Okay. Now I'm going to go with mine. Bold prediction for this season. I'm going to mix up Elyria Catholic and Lake Catholic next week. I guarantee it's going to happen. You saw what happened there. I guarantee you Lake Catholic and Elyria Catholic will be mixed up at least once next week in that game. I'm going to call one the other at some point. It's a given. I mean, is it going to happen?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Come on.
There you go. For game number 1, though, Holy Name's defense. You didn't really talk about them. They're a great unit. Forced 3 turnovers today. I think just the new offensive system being brought in here, a little miscommunication. I think Holy Name's defense can force a couple turnovers. And for the season, I kind of alluded to it earlier. You haven't seen it in a long time. Andrew Cole, 1,500 passing yards on the year. I think he's poised for a breakout year passing. I'll have a lot of schools going on his radar. He could be knocking on the door of D1 at the end of this year. I'll kind of go out there and say that. D2, D1, he'll be teetering on the fence right there, knocking on the door. I believe that is pretty fair to say.
Fair.
And now going into our keys to victory, we have our usual 4 keys to victory. Play to Cole's strengths, that's the first one. Any comments on that?
Throw the ball. That's his strength.
That's pretty accurate there. Throw the ball, let him improvise. Number 2, running game fills Sanchez's shoes. I said it earlier with Xavier Rodriguez. And on the field right now, can't see it, but Jovan Myers is on the side getting some reps being thrown to. So that could be an interesting thing to play into the passing game. But could Sanchez's shoes being filled also mean filling Wondolowski's shoes as the key to victory? And then when builds defense off of starters from last year, I mean, Will Dix, Colin Dasco, Mikey Tortzidlow, Ray Sean, Edgerson, Joey Ragone, the list goes on. Build off of them. That's a big part of the key to victory today. And then the final one. This might be the most important one, as every game is won and lost in the trenches. The line holds the blocks. I mean, 5 new guys on the line. Joey Ragone is kind of doing what Stephen Bowling did last year and transitioning from skill to line. If he can hold some good blocks on the blind side, if the rest of the line can step up, hold their blocks, just 2 seconds, that's all we need, I think we're poised to win today. In regards to the outcome, I'm expecting a very fun game tonight, guys, and I'll put you guys on the spot. Any score prediction for tonight?
You want to go first?
I don't know. Like,
I'm going to
I
say...
mean, we were surprised last year. Like, it could be close. It could be...
No. I got this. I'm going to say...
Yes.
I don't know how much Padua's going to score, though, so, like... I'm going to say 31-21. Holy Name's going to win by 10.
I'm going to say a weird score here.
Yeah.
We've had one safety occur, and it was against us. I say a safety for Padua tonight. I say that gets us from 31 to 33, 33-24. We beat the Bruins tonight. And with that, that'll take us to the end of the pregame show. Time right now about 6:26. We'll be back on in about 20 minutes as we'll have the national anthem, we'll have the intro, and we'll get you ready for this big rivalry game. We thank you for tuning in to the Holy Name Broadcasting pregame show. We'll be back on in a little bit to bring you rivalry matchup in week 1.
1 of the 2023 high school football season. Holy Name High School President Shelby Broc, Principal Molly Chris, and Athletic Director Richard Bozo would like to extend each of you a cordial welcome to tonight's edition of Friday Night Football. The Green Wave of Holy Name and the Bruins of Padua are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the high school standards of conduct, competition, and relations with member schools. The officials assigned to this game have been assigned according to procedures adopted by the OHSAA. Tonight's referee is Kent Intriata. Umpire is Rob Meyer. Line judge David Ellis. Linesman Matt Heppenhagen. And back judge Stephen Demisch. Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand for tonight's pregame prayer. Father in heaven, we ask your blessing on the game we are about to play. Give each one of us the courage to play this game in a manner which by our words and our actions is pleasing to you. Let us enter into this competition in a spirit of sportsmanship and with respect to the members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, parents, and players. Keep us under protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us be aware of his presence with us in this game. Amen. And at this time, we ask that you please stand for a playing of the Holy Name Alma Mater and the Star Spangled Banner.
Live from Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium, home of the Holy Name Green Wave football team. This is Holy Name versus Padua football on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. I'm Nathan Smee, alongside me Cameron Ragazzo for this game this evening. Cam, it's great to get the season started once again.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Big game today. 2 new quarterbacks for these teams with Nick Barker, the Benedictine Junior transfer for the Bruins, and for Holy Name, the senior Andrew Cole. Who's more ready to perform today?
I think I'm going to have to go with Cole. He's, he knows his offense, he knows his receivers, and he's poised for a great day.
I'm going to have to agree. Andrew Cole, he's ready to go, and so are we as well. And as we get underway, Holy Name will be kicking off as they won the toss and deferred to the second half, and we still await the Bruins to take the field. Holy Name already ready in the huddle to kick off. I would presume Chase Jossity will be having those duties once again this season.
I would agree.
And finally now here come the Bruins, a new look team under new head coach Kevin Cubitt, replacing their coach of 8 years who went to Lakewood. What does he have to prove to Padua Nation in his first year as head coach?
I think he's got a lot to prove. I think he's, coming in fresh. He's got to start a new tradition possibly, and he's got a full season ahead for him to prove.
And he'll have plenty of help, especially from their junior running back, Roger Glove. 1,000 rushing yards last year and 9 scores. He's poised for another year of dominance. 300 yards plus the last time he was at this stadium. Do you think he could do it again?
No, the Holy Name defense is going to hold him in check tonight.
I definitely agree with that one. Padua, no stranger to North Royalton High School for some games. I believe they had to travel here not once but twice. One for a playoff game and one to take on former Holy Name quarterback Joe Kinney and North Royalton in a game week 3 that they ended up losing to the Bears. Padua, they have not beaten Holy Name in 4 attempts. Their last win on a blocked field goal on September the 6th, 2019. They look to end that streak now. Holy Name looks to extend their streak of dominance over the Bruins to 5 in football. And definitely, this is a great way to start off our year of broadcasting. I mean, you couldn't pick a bigger game than this. Friday Night Lights, Holy Name Padua.
Exactly.
And now Holy Name finally ready to go onto the field here back deep for the Bruins. On the 10-yard line will be Karen Thomas along with the aforementioned Roger Glove, both of them dangerous weapons with plenty of speed. Both of them look to get the games going off well here. And as we predicted, Chase Jossity will take a couple steps back here to get ready to send the 2023 season into cycle. Jossity sets himself up, and we are underway in this season. A squib kick to the 30-yard line, taken in and corralled by Zerver III at the 35-yard line, where the Bruins will begin. And now entering the playing field for the first time as a Padua Bruin, junior quarterback Nick Barker, 6 foot 175, runs a 4.7 40-yard dash. He looks to improve upon his year last year. His first varsity snaps here, mind you, as he was with the JV Benedictine team last year, had an impressive start with them. He now looks to get his name into some colleges here. I mean, he's had some interest. I mean, he's visited schools like Toledo, but now is his time to begin getting on schools' radars nearer to D1. Ball spotted just behind the 30-yard line here. First down and 10. 2 receivers out wide left, 1 to the right. Handoff right away to Roger Glove. Glove up the gut. He'll stumble his way forward, being taken down at the 42-yard line, gain of 12 on the play, and a quick Padua first down. Nice little burst of speed there from Roger Glove. Now Padua is going to take a little bit of a hurry-up approach here, gain the signs kind of quick here, and they're going up to the line. Barker should go under center here, and now going to take a couple steps back to meet Roger Glove, who will be on his left. First down 10 once again. Barker takes a snap, fakes handoff. His first throw with the Bruin is caught, and the ball carrier taken down at the 49-yard line. That will be a catch by, I believe, Gio Roman. Junior tight end getting his first catches. He has some big shoes to fill as well. Freddie Borkey, the former tight end, went along with senior quarterback Tyler Tousai to Thomas More in Connecticut this past offseason. After that gain of 6, Padua trying to keep the momentum up here on 2nd down and 4. Ball will be spotted at the 48-yard line. Barker takes, drops back, looking to throw. The pass will be caught on the far hash near the Holy Name sideline. and he'll be taken down at the 39-yard line. Nice little catch there from Riley Cervenka to be in his 2023 campaign.
So far on this drive, Padua is moving the ball really effectively down the field. So Holy Name looks to make some adjustments here and get a stop.
They're going to need to quick here, but don't put on the alarm bells quite yet. As we remember last year, Padua on their first possession drove right down the field and scored a touchdown. A nice play in the right corner as Gio DiCiano was able to get over Keyshawn Gardner's head and score. Barker sends Acino in motion. Takes snap. Kind of pitch it to Love on the left side, and Love will be hit right away and taken down at the line of scrimmage. A big hit there by William Dix, the senior. Excellent play there from Will Dix to get to the ball right away.
Yeah, as you can see on that replay, he comes from his linebacker spot, shrugs off a block and just shoots right at the ball carrier.
And that's what he's good at. He's able to read the ball where it is. That is how he was able to seal the deal, getting a big sack on Tyler Tousai with $1:30 left to go in that game last year. He looks poised for another big year for Holy Name. After the loss of 2, and that's going to be some motion. That'll be a flag, the first of the season, and that one should be on the left guard. Now move him back. That will go down against Mason Frank, the senior, who had a big injury against Holy Name when we played them at the Den last year, early on in that contest.
5 cents.
5 cents, there it is. Second down and 17 after the flag on Frank. This is what Holy Name wants to do. Padua has some momentum. Will Dix, a momentum-changing play, and now Padua having to regroup here, a 2nd and long. And they're going to do so in strips. Love to left of Barker, 3 out wide to the right. Barker looking to throw. Dump off, caught by Love, and he is tripped up right away on the play. He's forced out. A little bit of contact there, forced by Aiden Butler, the transfer from St. Ed's. He is one of 3 transfers in from St. Ed's to this Holy Name team, along with Jawan Bryant and Blake Feliciano, who I would expect to see later on in this game. After the gain of 0, 3rd down and 17, ball at the 46-yard line here. Holy Name's defense looking to come up big here. Barker making some adjustments at the line before taking his spot back in Bruin territory. Trips once again to the right. And that one will be a flag, a clear jump there on the far side end. That one will go against Zachary Zambo.
10 cents.
And that one negates the other penalty from Frank. Now bringing it back to 3rd down and 12. The mentality stays the same for Holy Name. Nothing fancy, get to the ball, and prevent them from getting 12 yards. Now the officials will take a call a timeout here. I'm sure it's something to do with equipment malfunction or something on the field.
He told number 17 to pull his shorts over his knees. That's what I saw.
That's most likely what it was. Same formation here, 3rd down and 12. Barker looking to throw, launches left side. And that one is just out of the reach of a diving Cervenka. Nice job there by Holy Name. Cervenka had a little bit of space, but Barker, a little bit of an overthrow. Just some of the growing pains he'll go with a new quarterback. But now 4th down and 12, I would expect to see the punt unit of Padua march their way onto North Royalton's field.
And I just want to say, just a great job there with coming up with a stop. You know, they got a little momentum early, and, you know, they shut them down pretty quickly. That big hit by Will Dix got some great momentum going.
That's exactly what Holy Name needs to do here. It will be Jawan Bryant, the aforementioned edge transfer, back deep for the Green Wave, situating himself around the 10-yard line. Comes a snap, a little bit low off to the right side. The punt is going to be short and bounce back. Going to roll past the 15 into the 10. A nice punt on an ugly form, you can say. But that one rolled into the 10. It doesn't matter how it looked. It mattered how it was executed in that one. You couldn't really ask for more of a perfect punt for the Bruins.
Exactly.
But Andrew Cole, he's used to adversity, and he will have a little bit here. His first start since a rainy October night in Medina County against Buckeye, where he started one drive and then was taken out of the game in 2021. But let's see what Andrew Cole can do here, and what will be his 5th career start, I believe, for the Green Wave in games that he completed going 2-1. You could say he deserved 3-0 going back to that Valley Forge game in 2021. But he is looking to now get another win, his first win under center as the main guy. He's been waiting 3 years from this moment. He came in during COVID, all the work that he's putting in the last couple of years. Let's see what he has to perform for us tonight. First down 10 at the 7. That one, fake handoff. Cole will keep it, and he'll get out of the end zone, being thrown back in, and he will be taken down in the end zone. And they're going to mark him at the 1 yard line. He was just able to get ahead of that. The line having some early growing pains there as Andrew Cole had no time to get out of the end zone.
I don't know if that was a read key on that play, but seems like he probably should have handed off if it was.
And in the backfield for the Green Wave, the starting running back tonight will be Xavier Rodriguez. Now Will Dix going to left of Andrew Cole with Rodriguez sitting on the right. Second down and 16, ball at the 1 yard line. A very long field now for Andrew Cole to manage to work with. Cole making adjustments at the line. He'll take the snap, handoff. Xavier Rodriguez, he's pushing his way forward. He will be stopped now at the 3 yard line. They're going to mark him down, a gain of 2, getting it to still 3rd and long, but now more manageable, 3rd and 14.
Mostly you're going to look at a pass here, but got to be smart because they are in their own end zone.
Pure trips towards the left side here. Quick adjustment being made now as it appears that Banks is running to go meet Bryant on the Holy Name sideline. Dix now option to the right side of Andrew Cole. 3rd down and 14 with 8:03 and counting left to go here in the opening quarter of the 2023 fall season for football. Cole drops, looking to throw, has tons of pressure, launches, and Bryant will be just overthrown. He had his man beat, just a little bit of an overthrow from Andrew Cole. A nice idea under tons of pressure, but it will not result in anything. 4th and 14 as Holy Name will be forced to punt.
Yeah, and just unfortunate there. Cole had at least 2 defenders in his face, just tried to loft one up, and would have been a really explosive play if he caught it, but unfortunately just overthrown a little bit.
I believe if he caught it, that's a house call.
100%.
And that had been one heck of a way to start his career. But now Will Dix has an opportunity here, replacing Austin Wondolowski as the punter here, with Padua's man deep at the 40 yard line. Going to back up a little bit. That one going to bounce in the end zone. Dix is able to get it off. Nice job from him. It'll be taken in at the 36, and that will result in DeSiena, who ended up taking that one in, being pushed forward to around the 30 yard line. So a very short field now and a very manageable situation for Nick Barker to work with. Not necessarily the start that Holy Name wants to have to work with here, but they've had many situations similar to this, many worse. They can get out of this. Now Barker coming back onto the field here for his second possession. He has 29 yards between him and his first Bruins touchdown. Roderick Love standing on the left of Barker. Barker takes a snap, hands the ball off. Love right side. He'll be hit a couple times, still stumbles way forward, and finally be put down at the 23 yard line. Gain of 6 on the play, resulting now in 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, I kind of expect to see a lot more than that. You saw on the first play of the game it worked. You saw there it worked for 6 yards, and I expect to see if it's working, they're going to keep running it.
Roderick Love, definitely a dangerous man to have to deal with in the backfield for the Bruins. 2nd down and 4. Man in motion for the Bruins is Roman. Fake handoff, Barker is going to throw to Roman. Roman being tackled from behind, dragged down at the 16 yard line. He'll be taken down there. That one will be a tackle by Evan Trzynski, opening up his tally for the 2023 season. Now ball at the 16 yard line, 1st down and 10 for the Bruins. Barker takes a snap, hands the ball off. Love, left side. He has some room, and he'll be hit, and a last-ditch effort there from Rodriguez to force him out of bounds at the 7 yard line. A nice little nudge by the sophomore to ensure that Padua did not have their first house call of the season. Holy Name's defense gave up a couple of big plays on the first drive, but were able to recover. Now 8 yards separate the Bruins and a touchdown. Are they able to come up with another big stop here? 2nd down and 2. Ball spotted at the 8-yard line. Level stand to the left to Barker. Barker takes a snap, hands off to Love. Love, he'll be forced down at the 5-yard line. That one appears to be past the line to gain. And Straczynski gets another tackle there credited to him. And now make it 1st down and goal at the 5-yard line here for the Bruins.
If I were Padua, I would keep going with the ground and pound, and probably it seems that that's what they're going to do.
I would definitely get a touchdown here with the running and then maybe the next drive. I mean, Barker had a couple good throws. They were just a little bit too far. 1st down and goal at the 5-yard line here. Barker, handoff, Love, and he will be stopped just shy at the line. One line's at the 2, the other one at the 1. They're going to spot the ball. I'm going to assume at the 1-yard line, which will make that a 4-yard carry. Joaquin Grace helping into the game now for Voltaire. Voltaire being one of the interesting players here for the Green Wave this year, being moved from kind of a linebacker and fullback to being a lineman on both sides of the ball, similar to what Joey Ragone has had happen to him. It'll be interesting to see how they develop throughout the year. 2nd down and goal, ball now at the 2-yard line. Barker takes it, pitch to Love, and he will be in for a Padua touchdown. Roderick Love able to get in for his 1st touchdown of the season, and the Bruins able to strike first blood in tonight's contest.
Yeah, and it just seems like the running game is working. It kind of looks like an option play. The quarterback kind of runs with it a little bit and then eventually pitches the ball. It's happened twice already, so look to see a lot more of that tonight.
And just like at the game at the Den last year, the Bruins are the first to score in the new season. Now on to kick here for the Bruins is Slokowski. Slokowski's going to take a couple steps back here. The snap and the extra point is up, and that one will go through the uprights. Padua had a pretty short field, 29 yards to work with. Barker able to get a pitch to Roderick Love for a 2-yard touchdown. 5:14 left to go here in the 1st quarter. Your score, Padua 7, Holy Name 0. We'll be back on here after a quick break. We are back on here, 5:14 left to go in the 1st quarter. Padua, after a 2-yard rushing touchdown from Roderick Love, find themselves up 7-0. I am Nathan Smee, alongside me, Cameron Ragazzo. The run game paying dividends right now for the Bruins. What can Holy Name do to honestly stop it?
Load the box, I guess. Probably play with more linebackers, maybe bring the safeties up a little bit.
Now here comes Rodriguez, the returner, taken down at the 24-yard line. Andrew Cole now has a little bit more of field behind him to work with. Had an unfortunate situation to begin the game, starting after one play at the 1-yard line. A little bit of an overthrow to Jawan Bryant, but if that throw's a little bit shorter, then that's a touchdown, and this game is flipped 7-0.
I can definitely see that they might look to that again as Jawan Bryant definitely created some space. And definitely, especially later in the game, I could see they go right back to him.
I could definitely agree to see that. It'll be Xavier Rodriguez coming back out here, but as a receiver this time, as William Dix will now be the linebacker to the left side of Andrew Cole. Pretty simple doubles left here.
You said linebacker.
Pretty simple here. Rodriguez will go in motion behind. Handoff will be to William Dix. He'll run up the gut and stumble his way forward, getting to the 27-yard line and getting a quick gain of 3 yards there on the play. Nice little chunk yard play there for William Dix, able to stumble his way forward to get 3.
Yeah, that was good. The motion caused one linebacker to get out of the box while ran right back into the box. So, and if he stayed on his feet there, he could have potentially had more, a little bit of a stumble. But yeah, still good for a 3-yard game.
And that's all Holy Name needs to really do today. Quick little yard gains, 2 or 3 yard plays, maybe 5, 6 yards. You don't need necessarily a big chunk play. It helps, but you can still score a touchdown scoring by a couple plays at a time. That one, a pass to the flats there for Rodriguez. He'll take it, and he was trying to cut upfield, but he will be taken down at around the 26-yard line. They're going to mark him. They might say it's a loss of 1 on the play, depending where they're going to spot it. Now 3rd down and 7 here. They're going to say he just got back to the line of scrimmage there. Trips right here. Andrew Cole looking to get something going here for the Green Wave on offense. Holy Name taking a couple seconds here to read the play. 3rd down and 7. Time is ticking. 3:40 remains in the first. Cole to throw, pass, caught by Feliciano over the middle, and he's going to be close. He fought his way to the 35, and that should be enough to move the chains, and they're going to say move the chains. Nice throw there from Andrew Cole. Nice way to body his way forward by the edge transfer of Blake Feliciano.
Yeah, he used his body there, caught the ball a little short, but used his body, pushed forward, and got the extra yards he needed.
I mean, being in such a great program at St. Ed's for 2 years, he was able to learn and be able to grow as a player, and now able to start in his first game here at Holy Name. I would expect to see more of the ball going to him along with Jawan Bryant. Handoff, Will Dix on the ball. He has some room to go. He is still running the 50, and he'll be taken down in Padua territory at the 48-yard line. That is what you want to see from William Dix, setting momentum on offense this time.
And good job by the trenches and the offensive linemen. They able to hold their blocks. And Will Dix had that elusive speed and able to cut up field real quick.
And he was mauled at the end of that one being hit, but now Holy Name has some momentum. Let's see if they can build on it. They're going to take a quick second here to reset. The receivers out left will be Mullins, Rodriguez, and Feliciano, and on the right side you will see Jawan Bryant. A lot of new names, a lot of new faces for Holy Name. 11 new guys really out there, except for Cole, if you really count him as a receiver and a shift. That one pass caught in the flat by Rodriguez. He has some room. That's a first down. He'll be dragged down from behind now at the 34-yard line. Hello, Holy Name. Nice to see you. They're starting to wake up the offense now at a perfect time.
Exactly. We're trying to answer right back.
I mean, this is completely different than what we saw with Javon Williams. I mean, yes, you saw some of those throws, but you could tell Andrew Cole's having a little bit of fun out there. I think one of the parents yelled, "Cole, this is your team." And since then, he's been throwing perfect passes and being able to lead his guys. This is what you want to see from a senior leader like Cole. But he is not done yet. 34 yards ahead of him, still before he can get his first touchdown of the season. First down and 10, Rodriguez to the left side of Andrew Cole. Dix will be sent in motion. Handoff to Rodriguez. He runs up the gut, and he'll be tripped just from behind. That'll get him to the 28-yard line. A quick little gain of 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4 now for the Green Wave.
Yeah, and it kind of feels like William Dix is going to be more of that bruiser back this year, and Xavier Rodriguez is going to use his explosive speed right there. That was a quick play, but he still got 6 yards out of it, so good job.
And I mean, I kind of talked about this before, the Wondolowski role. A role difficult to fill. So far, Xavier Rodriguez is filling it to a T. Trips right now on 2nd down and 4. Cole hands off to Dix. Dix is hit right away, and he will be pummeled behind the line. He'll be stopped at the 31-yard line. They're going to mark him down. That'll be a loss of a few on the play. And now it's 3rd down and medium here for the Green Wave to have to manage here. 3rd down and 7 after a loss of 3. But you had to think this is 4-down territory.
Most likely. Probably, I would expect to see another little throw to the flats probably. And just trying to get a little closer if you are going to go for it on 4th down.
I definitely agree. Look at Feliciano on the bottom of your screen, right above the clock. That could be someone who could potentially get the ball here. Just a little bit of a route across the middle, similar to what he did before. And as well on your screen now, Rodriguez as well. You could potentially see him getting the ball. And there it is. It will be Feliciano. And he will have some room, and he will get a first down, but there will be a flag on the play. He's dragged down at the 23-yard line. We'll have to see what the flag is.
Looks to be probably holding on the Holy Name offense, unfortunately.
Hold on a minute. They might be calling it offside.
Or that. But it came from that sideline, and that's where...
It most likely is that, but a little bit of an extra conversation here. Holy Name doesn't seem to be moving that far back. Coach Wondolowski getting an explanation here now.
Possibly of whether, if it is on Holy Name, whether they're going to decline it because it is 4th down. But
I mean, the line to gain is right there. It'll be holding. I assume they're going to have to replay that play. There's no way they're keeping the ball there.
Oh, they moved it back.
Yeah. And they do not. I was about to say, there is no way, with Andrew Cole the way he's been throwing the ball, that you keep him that close to a first down. No way they do that.
Yeah. So they're going to replay 3rd down. It's now 3rd and 17? No.
3rd down and 13, they're going to say. It's still manageable for Andrew Cole here and the Holy Name offense. I mean, realistically, get 7 here, you can get 6 on 4th down.
True.
Don't try to play hero ball here. I think Andrew Cole knows that. Look for one of the flats and look for them to try to draw him offside.
That is as well.
Time is slowly winding down here in the first quarter. 40 ticks remain on the clock.
It felt like a fast first quarter.
Probably one of the quickest we've had. I mean, actually, no, it's 7:25. That's usually a lot later. Now Cole, he's being headed, but he's going to run up. He's going to improvise, and he'll be dragged from behind and taken down at the 36-yard line. Now here comes an interesting opportunity for Holy Name to have to work with. I believe they're going to say David Malarchuk, one of the Padua captains, one of their 6, will drag him down from behind to get the tackle. I believe Holy Name's just going to let the clock die out here, and indeed they will. 1 quarter in the books here in the 2023 season. Holy Name down 7-0 to the Bruins. You are watching Holy Name versus Padua football on your home for all Holy Name sports. Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on after a quick break. We are back here in the second quarter at Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. Padua up 7-0 over the Green Wave. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me is Cameron Ragazzo.
Looks like they're going to try and punt it here with Will Dix and try and pin him in the end zone or close to the end zone.
Low snap, Dix able to punt it away for the first play of the second quarter, and that one, well, actually,
I think they're going to say
just clipped.
It's still on the 10-yard line. Not a bad punt.
If that was a little bit more in, that would have been an insane punt. That was right there, just a little bit too far to the right. And now Nick Barker, 1 for 2 on his possessions. He now looks to get Padua back to the end zone. They're already up 7-0. Holy Name might have their backs against the wall a little bit here, but they can put faith in their defense.
But a lot different than last drive. They only had, 29 yards to go? Now they have 90. So a lot more room to spare.
And if this Holy Name crowd could get loud, this atmosphere might be a little difficult for Barker to have to work with. I mean, for the JV Benedictine team, I know their varsity plays at Euclid Community, but they play in a backyard similar to what Eds and Ignatius does. He is not used to the Friday Night Lights like this.
Another flag. I saw at least a Holy Name defender jump. It just depends if the offensive line moves before them.
Forgot to chart the change. We're at 15. This will be 20.
No, yeah, that's, I was going to say.
Trying to see what the official call is. That'll be false start on the Bruins.
That is what I thought, which is going to move them back to now the 5-yard line. So definitely could be safety territory here.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Who mentioned that in pregame?
You did, Nathan Smee.
Let's see. Come on, defense. Make me look like a genius. First down and 15. Ball at the 5. Here comes the snap. Looking at throws Barker. The throw is quick and caught. A little bit of a high point catch there from Cervenka, but immediately there to take him down is the Holy Name defense. And that one will be a tackle they're going to credit to Xavier Rodriguez. He's already had his name announced a couple times. I think that's more of a play by Aiden Butler, but they're going to give credit to that one to Rodriguez in the stadium. That one gets the ball back to where they started. Second down and 10 now. A simple doubles formation, a low snap, and now the fumble snap. That's one of the turnovers potentially. And Holy Name, do they have it?
Yes, they do.
Of course they do. Holy Name washes over Barker, gets in his head. Holy Name in the red zone. Holy Name within the 10. Holy Name back in business.
And I'm pretty sure, yep, senior Joey Ragone, number 55, with that fumble recovery, uses his big frame, jumps right on the ball, and that's how you light a spark in an offense.
That's turnover number 1. Holy Name, a big opportunity now. All the momentum shifting right back. I mean, last year, Tousai threw a pick at one point, and that kind of shifted momentum. Kevin Pavanka was that guy to shift momentum. This time, it's Ragone. Let's see if Holy Name can punch in this one. They have 7 yards. And I say, throw the ball to the flats, give the ball to Rodriguez or Dix. Those are your options. And now here it is. Andrew Cole, 7 yards are in front of him between no touchdowns and 1 touchdown in his senior season. Let's see, can he do it? Takes it to the right himself, cuts up, and he'll be taken down. He'll be shy, but he got a couple yards there. The official marking will be, I believe they're going to say he's at the 2-yard line. A nice spot there by the officials, giving Cole 5 on the carry.
And I really wouldn't expect a pass here, I'm going to be honest. If, especially on that play, getting 5 yards, I would just say keep it and just try and punch it in.
If this was last year, this ball is going to Austin Wondolowski. Look in the backfield. Your Austin Wondolowski quote-unquote replacement is there. Does Rodriguez get it?
I don't know, I'm about to find out. Yes.
Of course he does, and he'll be tripped up just from behind. He might actually lose a yard on the play. Going to get him to the 3-yard line. Now it's going to be 3rd down and 3 as a couple substitutions. Zambo and Dasco are coming on here for Holy Name, and that will result in towards Zidlow along with Mullins being subbed out. Looks like they're going to opt for some experience here. Third down and goal. Ball at the 3. Holy Name, they need a score here. They need it now. Cole takes a snap, handoff, and there's a flag on the play. I don't know if they're going to say it's a hold, because that one looked like a far flag to be a hold. It could have been something at the line of a jump. Padua's pointing to Holy Name's side. When I say Padua, I mean one of their players.
I think it was illegal shift.
Whatever it is appears to be declined, so I'm assuming it's against Holy Name. There it is, you're right. Illegal shift, and now it will be a field goal attempt here. Holy Name coming up a little bit short there in the red zone.
Looks like Mikey towards Zedlow is going to hold for kicker Chase Jossity.
Jossity looking for what I believe would be his first career field goal made. And of course he does. Chase Jossity opens up his varsity kicking account with a field goal. I get Holy Name their first 3 points of the season, capitalizing on the fumble recovery by Joey Ragone. I mean, Holy Name wanted 6 there and the extra point 7, but I think they'll take 3 on that drive considering all that has happened so far in this game. Little by little, chip away at that lead. They'll get there in the end. But with that, 9:44 remains here in the half. Padua, 7-3 lead over Holy Name. We'll be back on in a second.
Let me scoot back.
We are back here in the second quarter. 9:44 remains here in the first half. Holy Name able to score a field goal, now down 7-3 to the Bruins. I am Nathan Smee, alongside me, Cameron Orgazzo on the call. Holy Name's defense came up with a big stop last time out. They look to do something similar here. Josity on the squib kick is going to roll to the 30-yard line where Padua will open up this drive, and it'll be Zever taken down around the 42-yard line, 41. And with that, we will cut to our first Holy Name game breaks powered by Holy Name boosters. Damien, take it away. What's your score updates for us?
All right, currently score updates as of right now. Hudson and Highland was a tough matchup that we talked about. 7-7 right now at the end of the first. Going into some later games, we got Lakota West versus St. Xavier. As we debated on as well, it looks like St. Xavier Bombers are up 7-0 against Lakota West. St. Ignatius Wildcats are falling behind right now to the Springfield Wildcats, 14-0.
All right, thank you, Damien, for that one. We are back. First down and 10, ball at the 41-yard line. Barker to the flats. That one caught immediately, and Thomas able to get his way up to the 46-yard line.
Track down there by number 44, Evan Trzynski, another senior presence.
Now make it a second down and 5 here for the Bruins to work with. Barker's going to take a second before getting into his position here. Barker takes a snap, trying to throw, and that one is caught by Thomas. It was close to being picked. He's able to step his way forward to the 38, just a little bit of an overcommit there by the defensive back. Just an unfortunate dive there. It was a nice effort there. I didn't see exactly who dove for it, but he was able to just get past. Now here comes an opportunity here for Padua. They are into Holy Name territory. First down and 10. Ball spotted at the 38-yard line. Trips to the left formation for the Bruins. Handoff, Love, right side. He will be hit first by Dix, and then he's able to stumble his way forward to the 20 or 33-yard line. Quick gain of 5 there once again. And what seems to be killing Holy Name in this game, quick little runs. That seems to be what Holy Name is unable to stop from the Bruins. Barker going to hand it off to Love. He has to have some work to do here. He's going to run to the far side. He's able to get past it. There's a flag. This one's probably coming back. And if not, he is within the 5-yard line. An excellent run there from Roderick Love. But the refs are going immediately back there, telling him to go back there. It's definitely going to be a hold on the Bruins.
Yeah, it definitely looked like so. It came from the back judge, and usually when it comes from the back judge, it's going to be a holding most likely.
I mean, looking at the way that play was developed, I mean, Roderick Love is fast, but there was no way he was able to get out that far without a block.
True.
And they're still convenient, taking a little bit of an extra time here to get the call. Padua has already backed themselves up. They know the call. But now in this time, Holy Name needs to take a look at themselves and think, what went wrong on that play had there not been a block?
Holding on the Bruins, so it's going to move him back, negate that big play. It's another one. Write that down. You already get that?
Yeah, I already got that one written down. Write that down. That, I believe, will be the 6th penalty of the half. That'll now make it 2nd down and 10 at the 39-yard line here. Simple doubles right formation here for the Bruins. Barker to throw. The pass is caught in there out of the hashes. A nice little high-pointed catch there by Cervenka. It seems that every time that Barker throws to only Cervenka, there's a high-pointed pass. Every other one is online, but it seems to be Cervenka he's having the one troubling with. And even the one on the sideline that he overthrew, that one was to Cervenka. It seems like his connection with DeSiena, with Thomas is there, but not with Cervenka. That's something to watch.
He also might be throwing it high on purpose.
Now it'll set us up here for 3rd down and 5 after what seems to be Padua's most common play, getting 5 yards. Simple doubles left formation here for the Bruins. Barker to throw. He pumps, he throws downfield, and that one is over the head of Cervenka. There it is. That one probably intentionally thrown high. Nice job there by the DB. He needs to be careful. That one was extremely close to being called pass interference.
True. I think probably because it was an uncatchable pass, but definitely on that play, good job by the defensive back that was covering. There was a little out route where it hit the sticks, and that's why he had to pump fake, because the whole name defender flashed right in his face and was about to pick that right off.
Yeah, definitely something to have to watch out for there with pass interference. And that was a pass interference call. That would have drilled Holy Name's momentum right away from him. Now here comes a punt from the Bruins on 4th down. Apparently somehow on the throw they lost a yard. Apparently now it's 4th down and 6. I'm not going to read too much into that, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Trying to move them back a little bit into their own end zone and give us an extra 2 points. We'll take that too. That punt is off and low. It's going to roll. It's going to take a nice Padua bounce. Low, he's going to tip it. And as they go into the end zone, and Holy Name barely able to not have to have horrible field position. If Love was able to corral that one in, then I think that Padua student section would have went nuts.
Well, sucks that he didn't.
That is agreeable. 6:49 remains here in the first half. Just a reminder, at halftime, you'll be able to see the marching Bruins along with Holy Name's marching band and drill team, their halftime shows here. And as well, new this year in Instagram exclusive on Holy Name Broadcasting, Damian Webb was supposed to have a halftime show, that one being cut for this week here. It seems like he does not want to do it. He's debating if he wants to do that. Go check if we're live over there. He decided he wants to do that. He's very close to being given the he did something mark. A mark that we reserved for Michael Polevacik at one point this past year. But you know who is doing something? Andrew Cole on the field. 1st down and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line here. Big field in front of him. As he's going to throw right off to the flats there. Rodriguez. He'll be thrown down at around the 25-yard line. Karen Thomas able to tackle him.
Nice quick gain of 5 yards right there.
Now, Holy Name's have to do that a little bit more here. I mean, here's the question if you're Holy Name. Do you try to drill the clock down until halftime and then try to score? Or do you score the points and risk Padua getting the ball back? What do you do?
I think they're just going to go with how they go, and probably once they get down there, they'll think about it a little bit more, but I think they're just trying to get the ball down the field right now.
Fake handoff. The throw is to Dix on the outside, caught. And he has some room to go, and he will be tripped up from behind at the 35-yard line, but that is plenty enough for a Holy Name 1st down. Nice play there by William Dix on a nice throw from Andrew Cole.
Yeah, it looks like Dix just came right across the screen, leaped right out of the backfield, and got the catch, and the yards after the catch is tremendous as always.
William Dix, very versatile on offense and defense. Holy Name looking to go quick here to try to draw him off, unable to do so as they're going to take a second here to reset. Trips left is the formation of choice so far here today for the majority of the plays, and that will be no difference. This one hinders towards the left side of the field as William Dix will situate himself to the left of Andrew Cole. Cole, low snap, able to corral. He's taking himself on the QB draw, and he is able to get his way forward to the 37-yard line. Quick gain of 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8 now upcoming for the Green Wave.
Yeah, just like you saw right there, Cole's not afraid to take a hit. He lowers his shoulder right into the defender, who decided to go low, which is probably a smart idea. because you're going to get bowled over.
Yeah, I mean, talk about physicality for Andrew Cole. The first play of the game at Padua last year, he absolutely pancaked someone as he was pulling. It was perfect. I mean, now as a quarterback, you kind of don't want him to be as physical as he was. I mean, there was definitely that little risk factor to it. You don't want him to get hurt. Once again, trips. Cole to throw. Pass is caught on the outside. Pass to the right side near Padua's sideline. That one will be corralled in by Brendan Preisel. Preisel, a familiar name for Holy Name. His older brother Connor, currently a pitcher at Miami of Ohio. A nice little play there. Third down, one. The ball is snapped quickly. That one's definitely a QB sneak. And it's going to be close. Where the line judge on our closest side standing, he has the first. And they're going to say that he got it just enough. Nice physicality by Andrew Cole pushing his way forward. Andrew Cole definitely showing his 6'3", 215 frame working perfectly there. And Andrew Cole definitely getting some interest as it is. 2 offers currently for him, 1 from Westminster and 1 from Otterbein. First down and 10. Clock nearing 4 minutes left to go in the first half. Cole fakes a handoff to throw as he is hit. It'll be just short of William Dix. Now making now second down and 10. And something to keep in mind there. Nice job there from Xavier Rodriguez. Just something that's not really noticed. He definitely did the right thing there. We went right to Cole, made sure he was okay, got him up. That's the leadership we want to see from the younger guys. I mean, it looks like, as of right now, if this game is any indicator, Xavier Rodriguez will be the leader of this team once he becomes upperclassman next year, and then as he's a senior the year after that. He's already showing leadership qualities in a tremendous way for the Green Wave, in addition to the already stellar play on the field. Holy Name's going to take a second here before calling their play.
Looks like the Bruins might be showing blitz here, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to get the ball to the flats.
Blitz. Cole has to throw for his life, and it's caught by Preisel on the high point. He is able to get to the 47-yard line, but there's a flag on the play.
2 flags on the play. It looks like it might be an eligible man downfield as the linemen were going to block.
It was either that. If it had to be on Padua, it might be some kind of hit.
No, it's yeah.
And definitely that's what it was, yeah.
Get another one. Tally.
But still, a nice catch there on the play by Brendan Preisel. A little bit above his head. He was able to corral that one in. Unfortunately, that one did not count for him. Now with that penalty being called, it'll now be second down and 15. Ball at the 40-yard line back into Holy Name territory. Still trips. Cole running to the left. He's going to throw. That one will be caught by Rodriguez. And he is able to force his way forward into Padua territory, getting to the 48-yard line. Nice another play there on the sideline there by Xavier Rodriguez.
Yeah, that was a really good play. Get Xavier in space, let him catch the ball, get him to a nice manageable 3rd and 5, and let him run upfield.
That is exactly what Holy Name needs to do. And like I said before, this new look Holy Name offense is definitely entertaining to watch. You definitely didn't see as many passes before, but they're playing to Cole's strength. And that is exactly what you want to see this offense adapt to a new quarterback with. Now third down and 4, 3:31 on the clock here that's left to go in the first half. 3 receivers out wide right, 1 to the left. Cole's going to keep it himself. He's going to cut up. He has a gap, and he has a first down. He has some more. He has to be forced down after being picked up there. Taken down at the 36-yard line, a tackle by Ruggiero. But he had to pick up Andrew Cole and throw him to the ground to take him down.
Well, yeah, that's what's going to happen when you're trying to tackle Andrew Cole. All 6'3", how much?
215.
215, 100 pounds of him is coming right at you full steam.
And now doubles will be employed here for the first time in a while by Holy Name. Doubles right. First down 10, ball to 36. Cole directing traffic. Rodriguez in motion. He gets it on the jet sweep. A nice block there by Dix in the backfield. Gets Rodriguez some room, and he is able to force his way forward, getting to the 29-yard line. It looks like the one judge says 30, the other. The middle judge says the 30-yard line. That'll be 6 yards, but Will Dix had a nice block there. Without that block, that was a negative play. The game is won and lost in the trenches, and Will Dix might not be a lineman, but that was definitely, I mean, at the 6 yards there, probably a couple back. That could be an 8 to 10-yard play difference there without that block. Now 2nd down and 4 here. 2:25 remaining in the first half. Holy Name down by 4, but they are driving. Cole takes snap, fakes handoff, keeps himself running left. He has some room. He hurdles over one. He's pushing his way forward. There's a flag on the play, and he is taken down still after the play. Holy Name coaches want a flag there. That might be a late hit, but they're not going to get that call.
Most likely going to be a holding call. It came from behind.
Holy Name definitely wants a late hit. Let's see depending where it is. Oh, yeah, definitely that should be. I mean, the whistle was blown well before then. 3 of them jumped on Cole at the end. I think they're going to call it, as you said, a hold, but refs are taking their time here to convene.
Chop block, was on Padua.
Okay. So they might actually be calling that late hit as they should. I mean,
oh, it was because what he did to Will. That one guy came in. It was a.
He went down at the legs. That's
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And Padua's going to take a timeout right here with 2:06 left remaining here in the first half.
Hold on, breaking news here. If you are parked at the Taco Bell, I think you might have to move your car. So go on over there, get yourself a burrito grande or something over there, then move your car back here if you're in the stadium somehow listening to this. That might be one of the most interesting game breaks of the day. Sorry, Damien, but that's a big game break. If you're at Taco Bell, move your car. But still, 2:06 remains here in the first half. Holy Name's offense, they're definitely very fun to watch. And another fun thing for the adults, the 3rd annual kickoff party at Holy Name from 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock next Friday night. For the students who can't go, that's a perfect time to do your fantasy football drafts. I mean, I would, but one of our guys in the box slacking, currently not in the 2 leagues. He needs to get on that. Michael is not happy he is catching strays in this game today. 2:06 remains here. We'll take a quick break. You are watching Holy Name versus Padua football on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We are back after that quick break. 2:06 remains. Holy Name down 7-3 to the Bruins. I am Nathan Smee. Alongside me this evening, Cameron Ragazzo. This offense, they've driven down the field pretty far. What do they need to do to punch this ball in the end zone?
Just stick with what they're doing. Now I think they're going to play a little bit more of the clock game, especially because they're down here. But
hand off to Will Dix. He has some room. He's going to be tripped up, but that was a nice little gap he had to get through there. He's still able to get a respectable 3 yards on the carry, getting him in to the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and good to see Will up and moving and running after that chop block. He definitely wasn't expecting that. He kind of did a little bit of a flip, but he's all good to go. He's a tough guy.
And at one of his earlier carries, I believe it was in the first quarter, he got absolutely smoked from behind on one of the hits. It's definitely glad to see he's still up, but he's definitely a fighter. Cole, the throw, and it is almost caught, just dropped there. Jawan Bryant almost had a catch of a century. I mean, that one would have been pretty close to what Cole did against Padua.
And there you go. It shows the leadership of Cole right there. Goes over to his teammate and says, hey, it's okay. We're going to get it right here back on this play.
That was a great throw there by Cole, right on the money. A nice job there by the defensive back. I believe that was Connor Williams, the junior, able to get his hand in there and just knock it away from Jawan Bryant. But so far, 2 unfortunate ones that he should have come away with, but just some nice defense for Padua preventing that. He's still going to be the lone man on the left side. Trips right, formation 4, Holy Name, 3rd down and 8. Cole runs to the right. He has a little bit of time looking for someone. He's going to throw, and that is caught by no, he's going to be dropped. Just going to bounce out of his hands. That was so close to being a touchdown, and though there were some extracurriculars inside of the end zone, right where Cole was about to throw.
Good job by Cole trying to buy time there, and caught by Brandon Prizel for a second, then he got hit and the ball jarred free. So it looks like Millennium's going to have to settle for a field goal here.
That was so close to being such a great play by Prizel. I mean, he was proving that he could do the high point beforehand, just a little bit out of his reach. Now Jostity on for his second field goal attempt. That one also through the upright. Holy Name able to get another 3 points. They are now within one. Your score now with a buck 17 left to go in the first half. Padua up 7-6 over the Green Wave. I mean, not what Holy Name wanted there, but Chase Jostity supplementing Holy Name with some points. And I mean, I believe since Jonathan Stanslow was with Holy Name in that 2020 season, that Holy Name has been able to use the field goal unit very effectively. So Chase Jostity doing well so far. And now a buck 17 remains here in the first half. We'll be back on in a minute. We are back on here. Cam Regazzo promotes soccer.
Holy Name men's soccer is going to have their first match of the season at Holy Name at 4:30 in the backyard on Searcy Field against Rocky River next Wednesday, the 23rd. So please come out, show out, support the boys as they begin their season.
That one's going to roll to the 16-yard line. Now here come the Bruins on the return. He is flipped over. A big hit there. That one by Blake Feliciano. I believe that was on Aaron Thomas. A little bit of a wake-up call there from Blake Feliciano. This is a welcoming party to Holy Name for him.
And as you see, Blake Feliciano goes low. Defender tries to go high, and Blake says, no, no, no.
That was definitely a great hit. I mean, that can be up for hit of the season, and we're only in week 1. Now, Padua, they have a buck 12 to work with here. They're going to try to work down the field. Holy Name, if they can force a turnover here, they could realistically get some more points on the board. They just need to work efficiently here on defense and not give up a big chunk play.
Reminder that Padua only has 2 timeouts remaining.
Barker's going to hand off to Love here to begin, and Will Dix able to trip him up. A nice job by Will Dix to jump through the gap and get him from behind. And that'll be a loss on the play there. I believe they're going to spot him. They might spot him right there.
Yeah, as you see Will Dix come out from his linebacker spot and again make a great tackle in the backfield.
And they're officially going to mark that one as a loss of 1 in the play. The clock will run, however. 2nd down and 11. Barker takes a snap. Holy Name does get the ball to begin the second half, and he fakes a long throw. Here comes Will Dix again, the launch pass, and it one is, and it's intercepted! Who else but Mikey Tornzidlo, the junior, a big play. Holy Name is back in business!
Just a great play there by Mikey Tornzidlo. He had his back turned the entire time. Just at the right moment, turns around, is able to corral the ball with the Padua defender trying to reach around him. And just now, Holy Name has the ball at the 50-yard line with 31 seconds to go, but 3 timeouts remaining. Just trying to maybe get in field goal here for Chase Jostity, or even more, try and go for the end zone. Maybe take a shot or 2.
2 big turnovers, one caused by Joey Ragone, another by Mikey Tornzidlo. Holy Name, now is their time. They have 31 seconds. Can they finally get into the end zone? They've desired to do so for many drives. They'll go out in trips here to the right to begin here. Padua almost being drawn outside there. Shaw Mason, a little bit jumpy there. He's going to take his position back. He is definitely one of their better players on defense. A 2-year starter going into his 3rd year. If you're a Padua viewer and that Shaw Mason last name sounds familiar, his brother was also a 4-year starter for the Bruins. Cole looking to throw a pass over the middle, just out of the reach of Blake Feliciano. Nice idea there by Cole, stepping up in the pocket and improvising. Now 27 seconds remain here for Holy Name. I like the idea that they're throwing across the middle for Feliciano. I mean,
Big target.
yeah. I mean, if you're Holy Name, where is field goal range? What is the line to get?
I would say if you really want to be safe about it, I would say get back to the 20-yard line, honestly.
That's 30 yards. They can definitely do it. They have, I believe, 3 plays to do it, I would say, based on the way they're playing right now. I'd say 3 plays. Second down and 10. Cole, he's going to run it himself, and he is still on his feet. And that's 10 of the yards, and he is taken down from his legs. He'll be taken down at the 37-yard line.
And it looks like Holy Name's probably going to take, Holy Name's going to take a timeout here. But let's just take a second and look at that replay. As you see, the defender grabs onto Cole, but he says, no, sir.
That's
and
Andrew
throws
Cole.
him to the ground.
I thought that was Derrick Henry. What a stiff arm to the ground. I mean, Andrew Cole, we know he plays physical, but this might be a new level to that physicality that he has. He is giving it all for Holy Name right now, and he has 21 seconds and a short field in front of him. He could realistically get a touchdown. I mean, is now the time you look for Jawan Bryant once again?
Especially here on this first down. It's 1st and 10, new fresh set of downs. 2nd and 10, it's pretty much the same thing, but especially here on 1st down, I wouldn't shy away from looking shot at the end zone here.
And then here's another thing, back on that interception. Another big play by Will Dix. He crashed down. I mean, Barker is about to launch, and then he kind of pump faked because he saw Dix coming right there. He was right in front of him. He made him throw kind of that bad little lob
Yeah,
pass.
he threw a little floater up.
And then towards it, a nice play. I mean, it's not just one player on defense making big plays. It's not just one player on offense making big plays. That is how Holy Name has always worked. It's always the next man up mentality. Throughout anything that this team's been through, they've always had the next man up mentality, and that's what makes Holy Name Holy Name. And let's see if they can get their first touchdown of the season. 32 yards in front of them, 21 seconds to go. Cole trying to throw. That one is just in front of the face of towards Zidlow. Just a little bit wide of him. That'll bring us to 2nd down and 10, but only a couple seconds rolled off the clock. There's still time here for Holy Name.
Yeah, and that was more of a deeper shot, just to get a nice chunk yard play, but only took 3 seconds off the clock, so good there by Holy Name.
And now 2nd down and 10. Ball we spotted at the 32-yard line. Actually, no, they're wrong on the board. I'm not going to trust them
37.
here. 37-yard line. I'm about to say a little bit too good to be true, it seemed. 37-yard line.
Someone's slacking.
It's not me. My voice is slacking a little bit. Let's see what Cole can do here. The throw. That one will be caught by Rodriguez. He stays in bounds. He's trying to cut upfield. He's still on his feet. He turns. He's able to get his way forward to about the 21-yard line. 11 seconds remain now. I mean, a nice job there by Rodriguez. Questionable to stay in bounds, but he made it worth it by cutting upfield and getting an extra 5 or 6 yards on the play.
Not a horrible idea, but to stay in bounds, especially because Holy Name has 2 timeouts. Now with 1 timeout, as Holy Name is going to take another one. But now I'm realistically looking at more of a field goal range for Chase Jossity. He can definitely hit from here, so.
And another thing to keep in mind is Holy Name will get the ball to begin the second half. But if you're Holy Name, do you really want this half to end?
No.
The momentum is there. I mean, Coach Wondolowski, we know he's one of the best coaches in Northeast Ohio. Like, if he can give a good halftime speech and keep them engaged in this game for another 24 minutes, I think we're poised for a big second half. I think this is just simply the calm before the storm.
Luckily, clear skies here, so.
Yeah,
No
opposed to yesterday. I mean, I believe if I'm not mistaken, 2 games were postponed until today or tomorrow. One game, it was the Youngstown Ursuline versus the Steubenville game that ended up being a 36-28 win for the Irish. Ended up restarting with like 5 minutes left at like 11 o'clock last night. A couple of those storms delaying games, but tonight, a perfect way to start out Friday Night Lights for the 2023 campaign for both Holy Name and Padua weather-wise. Let's see if Holy Name can end off this first half with a score. 1st down and 10, ball spotted at the 21-yard line. Trips right formation here. Cole looking to throw, has some options here. He's going to run to his right. He's just going to get rid of that one, and it will fall just in time there With 5 seconds remaining, it might be time to send out Jostity.
So you can see Coach Wando, yep, and he's going to send out the field goal unit right now.
The personnel are going out pretty slowly there, and there it is. Chase Jostity on the field. This one will be, I believe, his longest attempt of the night. 5 ticks on the clock remain here in the first half. It's 7-6 right now. Let's see what Jostity can do. It looks like, and Padua is going to appear to ice Chase Jostity there. We're going to take one quick break before we go into the half. 7-6 is your score in favor of Padua. We'll be back on in a moment. We are back here, 5 seconds remaining. Padua currently up 7-6. I'm Nathan Smith on the call for you. Cameron Ragazzo alongside me, and
now another timeout. Looks like Holy Name took that initial timeout. Now Padua's going to take their timeout.
I mean, going into the half, what can you really make of this first half for not only Holy Name, but Padua? We'll start with Holy Name. If you're Coach Wondolowski, how are you feeling after this first half?
Definitely a good resurgence here. Would like to punch some of those field goals in, but hey, when you get points on the board, you can't really,
not really complain.
Yeah.
And then take a look at Padua. If you're Coach Kubit in his first game, how do you feel after this first half?
I would feel pretty good. It also depends on how this field goal goes, but they also need to get some more momentum if he's them.
It appears they're going to say it's a 38-yard kick, looking at where towards Zidlow will have to hold it here. Low snap. The kick is up. It is just through the uprights. Chase Jostity is able to get a field goal to give Holy Name a lead just going into halftime. But not so fast. Kalandasco shaken up on that kick. That is something to watch. But Holy Name faithful, they have a lead to take into the break. Your score, Holy Name 9, Padua 7. Stay on here and watch the Marching Bruins along with Holy Name, Green Wave, Marching Band, and Drill Team. The halftime show by Damien, due to the lack of scoring in games that are going around here, unable to happen. But stay on here and watch both of the bands. We'll take our 20-minute break. We'll be back on here to bring you the second half after the bands perform.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Under the direction of Mr. James Little, your team in charge of Ms. Kimberly Pashi, and co-presidents Ryan Friedel and Lee Hammer, Vice President Misty Unlock, Drum Captain Aaron Jackson, Quartermaster Matthew Sullivan, and drill team captains Brian McDonald and Sarah Bell. Please welcome your 2023-2024 Hoosier High School marching band and drill team. What's up for show
All right, we are back here to bring you the second half of this contest between Holy Name and Padua. Holy Name, they've had the lead for all of 6 seconds here, up 9-7 over the Bruins. I am Nathan Smee, alongside me, Cameron Regazzo. Cam, Holy Name's offense, they got into the red zone a couple of times, but were unable to punch it into the end zone. What do they need to do to be able to get it across the line and score a touchdown?
Yeah, especially on that one drive there, they were inside. They started from inside the 10 off that fumble recovery. They just need to keep running the rock, keep pushing, just not give up. Honestly, they just got to keep going, and just one of these times they're going to get in the end zone.
Yeah, I think do the same thing. Xavier Rodriguez, 36 receiving yards in the first half. If he can keep getting the ball, feed him the rock, and if they can do that, I think Holy Name should be able to punch this one in here. But let's see what they are able to do here going into. Holy Name is to receive the ball here. I mean, now is the time to do something if you're Holy Name. And wow, we do have some score updates. We'll get to Damien in a couple minutes here. Unless do you want to come on real quick and do it? Pass it over to
sure.
Damien. Let's go.
All right, big, not really surprised, but John Marshall, Lakewood up 41-6 against the Lawyers. What a great name.
For legal reasons, I cannot comment.
In the Battle of the Wildcats, Springfield up 14-3, and I'm going to pass the mic back over.
All right, thank you. That has been our Holy Name Broadcasting Game Break, powered by the Holy Name Athletic Boosters. Once again, we'll be having a couple promotions for them throughout the year, including Night at the Races and their kickoff party, which will be next Friday. We'll flash that on the screen in a couple of minutes. But now we are back to the football here. 24 minutes remain in opening day game. The ball is sent away, and we take it in within the 10-yard line there by Jawan Bryant. Bryant will take it here. He's going to cut back to the other side, and he is still on his feet and will finally be tossed down at the 24-yard line. But he was one broken tackle away from seeing a bunch of green in front of him. But now we pass the ball back here to Andrew Cole. His first start since that rainy October night in Buckeye in 21. Cam, so far in this game, impressed with Andrew Cole?
I am. He's done a really great job, especially with stepping up in the pocket and rolling out, improvising when he needs to and not taking a sack.
And I think going off of that first drive, the 3-and-out almost had the safety. I think he's really bounced back very nicely so far. And we'll see what he can continue to do. The last couple of drives have been his best so far. So let's see what he has in store for us. First down and 10, trips right. Handoff right away to Will Dix towards the right side. He has some room. He'll be taken down on a tackle from behind, making his way to the 35-yard line, a gain of 11, and more importantly, enough for a Holy Name first down.
Yeah, and just a great way to open up the half here, much like Padua opened up the first half with a first down run of their own.
And now Holy Name can build on this here at the 35-yard line now, first down and 10, and they do have the lead after a nice showing from Chase Jostity in the first half. It's nice to see that from the kicking team. Holy Name has that, and it's able to help Cole be able to drive down the field and be able to get some points on the board, even if they don't get in the end zone. Dix, another carry, and he has some room. He'll be forced to step out of bounds, this time at the 42-yard line. This carry for 7 yards, another nice little chunk yard play for Dix, and now it'll be second down and 3.
Yeah, and so far in this half, you could see the momentum carrying over with Holy Name finally leading this game 9-7, and the momentum coming out of the half, I'm sure, was a great halftime speech by Coach Wondolowski, and 2 pretty big plays right off the bat.
And let's see if Holy Name can continue to do that. I mean, Padua, if their defense, they're going to try to make a big play. I would not be surprised if they showed blitz here. I mean, they're having some guys kind of being brought up here. They're running now a 3-5 defense, and now they're having some guys drop out of it, it appears. But a 3-5 and now being put into a 3-4 more traditional. Interesting to see how that will work, how they stack the box. Dix, a third handoff. That one, he is just tripped up at the feet from behind. He had Green in front of him, just unable to avoid the little shoelace tackle. I say third down and 1. Nice job from him to be able to sprawl out and get the 2 yards at least. But Holy Name, the job is not done quite yet. Third down and 1 here. I mean, if you're Holy Name, you probably run, but couldn't we potentially see a ball thrown to the flats?
Yeah, definitely. Like earlier, you could definitely see another ball thrown to the flats, maybe out to transfer Blake Feliciano or even
Jawan Bryant.
Yeah.
Three receivers out wide. Dix off of the left tackle. Cole keeps, and he'll be stuffed pretty quickly. They're going to give him forward progress to the 43-yard line there, and that'll be a loss of 1. There's an injury timeout on the field as it appears that Andrew Cole along with David Malarchek are down. We're going to take a break here. Hit those things sorted. 9-7 is your score. We'll be back on in a minute. Here's that Andrew Cole was able to get up there. He's a little shaken on the play. I believe Malarchek able to get off there as well. Hopefully Andrew Cole is okay. Ball sent away by William Dix. Gonna roll, and DCN will let it go out of bounds, and they're going to spot the ball. The line judge is saying a little bit deeper than I would think. I believe they're gonna say the 20-yard line. There it is. The other line judge was a little bit further back. On their screen, you saw during that play, that was the promotion for the Boosters' 3rd annual kickoff party next Friday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Holy Name. A great way to start off the year. And as well on the tackle on that play by Cole, Devin Shaw Mason able to get in there. That is his second big involvement of the game. And like I said earlier, he is the second Shaw Mason to be able to play for Padua. Combined 7 years of service after this year, starting for Padua. I mean, having one person in your family start all 4 years on a high school team is impressive enough. But having two, that just adds another layer to it. And now Barker back in the game here for the Bruins. 1st down and 10. Voltaire unable to trip off Love, but Will Dix is able to get back there and able to get the shoelace tackle as Love is able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice job there by Love to evade the first tackle, but Will Dix made sure he did not get anything on that play. Now bring us the 2nd down and 10 here. Ball will remain at the 20-yard line here. If I'm Padua here, I would run a play action. That's what I'm looking to see here from Barker. Barker takes snap, gonna hand it off to Love, and Love, he's gonna be hit by a host of namers, and forward progress will give him the 25-yard line for what has become a trademark play for the Bruins, a 5-yard gain. They're now at 3rd and 5, ball at the 25-yard line.
Actually, it was a 4-yard gain because they got a yard on the last play, but good try. But it will be 3rd and 5.
The forward progress there, getting to the 25, we know that. Let's see what they're going to do here. On the bottom of the screen, a little bit off to the, just in the corner there, you're going to see Riley Cervenka. Barker is like throwing it high to him. Let's see what he does here. Barker takes, he's going to throw. Looking completely to the right, he's got to run himself here. He's looking, Will Dix, and he's able to get him. Once again, Will Dix with a sack for a 2nd year in a row against the Bruins.
Yeah, and the quarterback just took way too much time in the pocket, and Will Dix said, fine, I'll do it myself, and decided to go right after him, and a big hit on him.
And very similar, if you look at it, the pump fake, he did that on the play he threw the interception. This time, I think he took a step back and thought it'd be better to take the sack opposed to risk throwing an interception, which, if that is the case, that might have been the right read. But William Dix, he's had an impressive showing on both sides of the ball tonight. And Shaw Mason now going out there to punt for the Bruins with, I believe, Jawan Bryant back deep for Holy Name at their own 45-yard line. Level snap, that one is skied up. It's going to pass into Holy Name territory. Going to take a Holy Name bounce, and it'll be corralled immediately at midfield by Roderick Love coming back to greet the ball. And now Holy Name will regroup on the sidelines before going out here. We're going to take a quick break of our own. 7:51 remains in the 3rd quarter. Holy Name up 9-7 over the Bruins. We'll be back on in a moment. We are back. Holy Name up 9-7 over the Bruins here with 7:51. Andrew Cole will lead out the green wave for the second series of the half. Will Dix will start the series like he did the last one, but is able to lower his shoulder and push his way forward for a 5-yard gain, but a very physical 5 yards at that.
Yeah, and as you can see on this replay here, he just comes in and just straight up bowls over the linebacker.
I believe that was Caden Nacino who was able to drag him down. If I'm not mistaken, his first varsity touchdown for the Bruins was against Holy Name in that cold November night at Brooklyn High School back in 2021. After the 5-yard gain on the ground, Holy Name getting back to work here. 2nd down and 5, ball at the Padua 45. Cole, he's going to keep it himself on a QB draw, and he'll be forced down pretty quickly there, getting a gain of about 2 on the play, forcing his way to the 43-yard line. That'll make it now 3rd down and manageable here, 3rd down and 3. And 3rd down and 3 here, I mean, so far in the second half, it's been a heavy run set geared towards William Dix. Do we see him get the ball once again?
I'm not sure. I don't think he will, unfortunately, on this play, but
keep an eye on that right side. You see Feliciano and Howard as Cole will look to the right. And that one was a low one, and it will be caught by Feliciano.
nope.
I'm going to say no. He was unable to corral it. And that will bring up 4th down and 3, and it appears that Coach Wondolowski will send down the punt team for this one. Good throw there by Cole, just a little bit too low, or maybe hit a jar there by the linebacker. Either way, Holy Name will punt it right back to the Bruins. It'll be DeSiena back deep for the Bruins within the 10-yard line here. Dix gets the snap on a bobble, and he has to keep it himself. He's going to run for it. Will Dix, he has some room. He gets the 1st down, the 30, and he pushes it way forward to the 25-yard line. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time games. William Dix, what a big play there for the senior linebacker and running back.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a called play. It was obviously supposed to be a punt, but Will Dix, great with the ad-libs, picks the ball up and says, hey, I'll take it myself.
That's exactly the momentum change Holy Name needs. Padua student section looks extremely deflated. Their whole side does in general.
And Holy Name just the exact opposite.
I mean, it was pretty still against Maple Heights in that Maple Heights game against Padua, but I mean, it's definitely a different score, but they're looking as deflated as they were then. And now Andrew Cole gets a second opportunity here after that second life to try to get something going here. Will Dix will get the break, as it will be the freshman Jovan Miles Jr. to the right of Andrew Cole.
And a flag.
Just as quickly as Holy Name was able to do that, that'll be a delay of game against them. That'll be the 9th penalty of the evening. I'll make it now 1st down and 15. Still a manageable field now for Holy Name to work with. Same formation here, trips right. Cole fakes it. He's going to throw. Pass is incomplete as Feliciano's in. That should be a late hit as he is down. He got absolutely laid out there. Colin Mader, forgetting this is not lacrosse, and absolutely decks him there.
Thankfully, Feliciano's able to get up and walk under his own power. Signals to the sideline, he's all good.
I mean, it was an aggressive play there by Padua, but I would expect nothing less from a guy like Colin Mader. If you remember back to the Padua lacrosse game, he was a thorn in Holy Name's side. He was able to get a couple of clutch goals and was able to use his physicality. Just went a little bit too physical there. He had the right idea, just mistimed it, and unfortunately that becomes a dangerous play. Now the rest are going to convene and talk about this one. The ball has yet to be officially spotted, as it appears that Coach Cuba is getting the explanation now from the one side judge. And there it is, personal foul. And as it should be there, that'll be a loud penalty number 10. But still the right call there. And now Holy Name sets up nicely at the 16-yard line, it appears. We'll see if Holy Name can use these penalties to their advantage here. Cole hands off to Dix. Dix cuts up. He has some room. He lowers his shoulder. He's able to push his way forward within the 10-yard line.
I think there might be a flag. I feel like I saw something fly.
If it stands, it's probably the 8. If it's not a flag, you probably saw the marking beanie fly. That's probably what it was.
Holding.
And it is a flag there. Holding against Holy Name. And unfortunately, I want to have call back there, but 3 penalties within the span of like 2 or 3 plays. I mean, the first half kind of started off slow. I believe maybe 2 or 3 in the first quarter, but we're just now having a tsunami of penalties. And Holy Name looks to get to work with this. A touchdown would be huge here. A touchdown and an extra point would get this game to be a 2-score game. Holy Name's going to take their time here before setting up first down and a very weird 22. Fake handoff, Cole to throw. Pass is incomplete off of Feliciano's hands. That time Mater was able to get there at the right time and avoid a flag. Nice defense being played by him.
Now, as we saw from earlier, this is pretty much in Chase Jossidy's field goal range. Maybe a couple more yards for him, but hopefully Holy Name can at least get some points up on the board here.
As Cole's going to take a second here to get the play. 5:32 remaining here in the third quarter. Second down and 22. Holy Name really using the trips formation to their advantage throughout the whole night. Cole rolling to his right, has time. The throw is off the hands there of Zyver right near the end zone. That one was almost a pick. Holy Name maybe even a little lucky to still have the ball.
And honestly, on this 3rd and 22, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just a little short run, just trying to get some extra yards, or maybe a little quick pass out, get some extra yards, and hope to get in Chase's field goal range.
Another thing is, do they ask Chase which hash? Get to that side. That could be a dynamic here. I mean, it's within his range, the 25. You can get a couple more yards here to the 20. A little more comfortable, yes. I think you would rather have him pick his hash at this point in the game. Or preferably, Holy Name gets to 22 yards and scores. Cole looks at throw here on 3rd and 22. That one is just over the head of Rodriguez. And that will now be 4th down and 22. And this one will force the hand here of Coach Wondolowski, which will most likely result in him sending out the field goal unit. It appears that to keep him on here. I mean, it's probably unwritten. I don't think we really have to say what they're going to do here. It will be 4th down and 22. Cole will stay on the field for the Green Wave. Trips right formation here. And actually going to snap it. The throw is over the head there of Mullins. An interesting call there by Holy Name to throw it on 4th down and 22. And tomorrow's coverage will involve Holy Name girls soccer playing at home against Lutheran West. The game starting at 1 p.m. We will be covering that game. Stay up to date in all the games that we are covering. Follow Holy Name Broadcasting on Instagram and Twitter. To stay up to date in all Holy Name sports, follow Holy Name Athletics on Instagram and Twitter. And finally, subscribe here to Holy Name Athletics YouTube and put on push notifications to be notified when we go live. Roderick Love gets this handoff, and he'll be taken down near the line of scrimmage, maybe getting a yard on the play. Will still be 2nd down and long. Already have 1 yard on that carry, bringing us to 2nd down and 9. Iowa still looking to regroup here. Their students are getting a little bit more life now. 2 receivers out wide left, 1 to the right. Asino in motion for the Bruins. Barker takes a snap. He's going to hand to Love. Love, right side, is going to run with it. And he has some room, and he's going to break away. The 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Bruins. That'll be a touchdown for Roderick Love. A big breakaway carry there. getting almost 70 yards, 73 yards there. And now Padua will retake the lead, assuming there are no flags. I mean, an impressive run. There's nothing else that can really be said there. Sorry about that little technical difficulty there, folks. But yeah, it's now a 13-9 ball game in favor of Padua. I mean, Cam, what went wrong there for Holy Name?
I'm not sure. I'm going to be honest. It all happened really fast.
I mean, going back to the holding that Holy Name got billed on the first half, that's what would have happened if they had one less block, and that extra point will be good. And now it's advantage Padua in a shocking turn of events, starting with Holy Name going for it on 4th and 22, results in Padua now having a 14-9 lead over the Green Wave with 4:20 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be taking a quick break. You're watching Holy Name versus Padua football on your home for all Holy Name sports, Holy Name Athletics YouTube. We'll be back on after the break. We are back on here. Padua, they're back to life here after a 73-yard house call by Roderick Love, giving them a 14-9 lead right now over the Green Wave. I am Nathan Smee on the call for you with Cameron Ragazzo. Howard's going to take this one out for the Green Wave, and the Pile's going to force him forward. He's still going, and he's going to be taken down at the 32-yard line. But still, I think we're all surprised on that play. That was kind of a nice breakaway there from Roderick Love. It's just, we really couldn't tell what happened. I think it was just a nicely blocked play by the Bruins and a nice run there from Roderick Love. Nothing else could have been done about it. But now Holy Name needs to get back to work here. Down by 5 with 4:11 left to go here in the third. And this is a drive Holy Name needs to get in the end zone. That is a non-negotiable. They need to get in the end zone, and they need to do it now. Andrew Cole will try to do so here. Trips right to begin here. 3 receivers right, 1 to the left. Dix to the left side of Cole to begin here. First down and 10, ball at the Holy Name 32. Cole to throw. Pass is low but caught there by Bryant. Bryant, he's going to cut upfield and be forced out of bounds at what should be the 41-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 40-yard line, giving him 1 less yard there. Now making now 2nd down and 2 after the gain of 8 there on the catch from Bryant. But Holy Name, they've had their backs against the wall many times. And especially in last year's game, Padua led for most of that one. Many people forget that. But if Holy Name can kind of get things together here, they still have time to do so. Dix, that is not the start Holy Name wants for that one, as he'll be taken down from behind. He fights to get near the line of scrimmage. He'll be a little shy of it. And he'll be taken down at the 39-yard line for a loss of 1 and making this now 3rd down and 3.
This is a crucial play right here for Holy Name to the game isn't over if they don't convert here, but certainly as time is ticking with 3:36 left to play here in the third. Definitely a big play.
3rd down and 3, ball at the 39. Time is ticking. 3:25 remains here in the third quarter. Trips left formation here for Holy Name. Cole's going to keep himself run to the right side. He has room. He has the first down and lowers the shoulder for some more. And he will get himself to the 47-yard line. A gain of 8 there. Good enough for a Holy Name first down. And now an injury timeout here. Didn't see exactly who went down, but we're going to take a break here. Your score, Padua 14-9 lead over the Green Wave. We'll be back on here after a quick break. We are back here, 3:14 remaining in the third quarter. The Bruins up 14-9 over the Green Wave. The injured player for Padua, Christian Ruggiero, able to get off on his own power. And now Holy Name, they have some work to do here after the 8-yard run from Andrew Cole gives them another set of downs here. First down and 10 near midfield. Three will line up to the left side, one to the right here. Holy Name remaining now in what seems to be their bread and butter now of a trips formation. Definitely a stark contract to last year where doubles was the main formation. Dix takes it himself here on the handoff, and he will have some room to go. He'll be tripped up from behind at the 44-yard line into Padua territory. A nice little run there, gaining 9. Second down and 1 now coming for Holy Name. Devin Shaw Mason, player to get the tackle last year. A very good year for him. 123 total tackles along with 3 picks. And an impressive sophomore year for Shaw Mason. Already a couple tackles tonight and some big ones at that. Now second down and 1, 2:30 remaining here in the third quarter of this week 1 matchup. Dix in motion. Cole going to keep it himself here on the QB draw. He has some room. That's a first down. He has some room to go. And the ref's going to be on Padua's side here and block for him. And he'll be taken down at the 34-yard line, assist from the zebra stripes there on the field. I mean, that is bad. That's oh man. Nothing you can do about it, but still, that's an unfortunate play there for Holy Name. A nice run nonetheless, but just unfortunate circumstances with it. Ball now at the 34-yard line here. First down and 10. Time is slowly but surely ticking away here. $1:44 remains now in the third quarter. Will Dix in motion. Cole going to keep it once again. He's going to run to the right side. He has some room. He is going to get through, and he is still on his feet. He is dragged down from behind, taken down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 14 on the play. And a little bit of sportsmanship being shown there. Connor Williams among the players helping Cole up. There's a little bit of respect there being shown from both sides. It might be a rivalry, but still sportsmanship is not off the table.
And no official for him to run into there.
I was going to say that. Look at that. But still, knowing Andrew Cole, he's not going to use it as an excuse. He's going to use it as a driving factor to get another run, as that one longer than the one before. Will Dix will now do the carrying here. So he'll take it to the left side. One man to beat to the outside, and he is not able to get to the edge. He'll be taken down right at the line of scrimmage at the 20-yard line. A nice idea there, just unable to get past the last man on the left side near Padua's bench.
And another thing I've been seeing on a couple of these runs when Cole hands it off, almost always one player stands back just in case Cole decides to keep it himself, which is definitely great because using Cole as a running factor is keeping some of the defense to his side just in case he decides to keep one and take off. So more room for Will Dix or Xavier Rodriguez or other ball carriers.
And that's just the IQ of Andrew Cole. We saw it with him being able to play receiver last season. He has a very high football IQ. He has known the game very well, and he's had some great players to learn with. I mean, Javon Williams kind of teaching him the improvising skills that we're seeing tonight. He's had 3 years to develop, and you can tell that how comfortable he seems to be. That one, a screen pass, will be caught by Will Dix. He gets past the line of scrimmage, and a little bit more there on that one on the halfback spritz. I mean, you can even call that one. And I believe they're going to mark him down at the 17-yard line. That'll be 3 quarters in the books here at Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. This is everything you want from a Week 1 game. Holy Name down 14-9 to the Bruins, but they are in the red zone. Stay tuned for this one. We'll be back on in a minute to bring you the final 12 minutes of this exciting Week 1 matchup. 3 quarters in the books here at Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium. Holy Name down 14-9 to the Padua Bruins. If you're just tuning in to the broadcast, I am Nathan Smith. Alongside me, Cameron Orgazzo. An exciting 3 quarters to get us started in the 2023 season at Holy Name. They're looking to capitalize here. It's 3rd down and 7 to begin the quarter. The throw is caught by Zidlow. He's going to try to work his way forward. He's going to be stopped a yard short. I believe they're going to mark him down at the 12. And now here's an interesting choice here for Coach Wondolowski if he keeps his offense on the field or if he just lets Josity kick. I think you just go on there.
Yeah, I would say go for it.
It's late in the game. You've got to go for it. I'm going to say 4th down and about 2. It should be 1, but I could say it's 2. The line to get is, I believe, the 10. Let's see what Andrew Cole and Holy Name can do. The biggest play of the game so far. Cole going to keep. He's going to force his way forward, and he's at the line. Did he get over it, though, is the question. And Padua says they have it, but it's going to be right there if it's not. They have a measurement here if he got it or not. It's really close. I don't know if he got it right now. They're bringing the chains now. Looking where that is right now, I think they're going to mark him just an inch short, if that. At that angle looks better. They're pointing Holy Name's way. That angle looks a lot better. And they're going to give it to Padua. I don't know about that spot. Padua's going to take it over here. Holy Name's defense now is a tall order to do. 11-10 to get the ball back, go down the field and score a touchdown. That one just a heartbreaking blow there for Holy Name. That one was, I would say, you can even say within centimeters of getting there. Now Holy Name's defense, they need to sure up here and fight for a couple of plays here and get the ball back. This would be a big time for a turnover if they can get one. Barker takes, fakes the handoff, looking to throw. The pass is caught by Thomas. Thomas will be taken down at around the 19-yard line. I believe that's where they're going to mark him down, which would be a gain of 8 on the play. Now 2nd down and 1, ball at the 19-yard line. Barker takes it, hands the ball off to Love. Love will get through a couple tackles. He's still on his feet and will be taken down. The last hit being brought on there by Strzezinski. Enough for a 1st down. That will get Padua to about the 32-yard line. Once again, nice little run there by Roger Glove. That definitely has him over 100 yards on the night. I believe 120 yards on the night. An impressive debut of the season for Roger Glove. He is definitely the big reason. Not only was it a touchdown, but in general, he is the reason why Padua has the lead in this game. Love option to the left side of Barker. 1st down and 10, ball at the 32. Barker pitches to Love. Love has some room, and there is another big run. He's tripped up from behind. A nice play there by Dasko to make sure he doesn't get any more, but another big run there. Another nice run there by Roger Glove. They're just probably going to hand him the ball every time now. I mean, until Holy Name shows that they can stop Roger Glove, there's no reason to take the ball out of his hands.
Exactly. 2 plays in a row right there, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go right back to him.
Holy Name needs someone to step up big here. Potentially look at that linebacker core to make a big play. I believe that Barker, if the game continues the way it is, he has thrown his last pass of the night, unless Padua is going to be that bold to throw with him. Love misdirection. He's going to be tripped up, but he's going to be able to fight through it and is able to get himself to the 34-yard line. A nice big gain there of 6 there, gaining a 2nd down and 4. Second down and 2, ball at the 34-yard line here. 8:53 and counting left to go in tonight's contest. 2 receivers off right, 1 to the left for the Bruins. Barker gonna pitch it to Love once again. Love able to get upfield for yet another first down gain to the 28. Will Dix Jr. on the tackle there for the Green Wave, but still, once again, not enough to get him down before first down, as Roderick Love, like we said, he's going to keep getting the ball, and the way things are going, it looks like Paddle's about to march into the end zone.
Holy Name's defense is going to come up really big right here.
It appears that Coach Wondolowski's going to take the time here to make some adjustments and call a timeout here. With 8:21 remaining in tonight's contest, 14-9 is your score in favor of the Bruins. We'll be back on after the break. We are back on here. 8:21 remains in tonight's contest. 14-9. Padua lead is your score. I am Nathan Smee on the call this evening alongside me, Cameron Ragazzo. DeSiena in motion to begin here. Handoff Love. He's going to trip a little bit. He's going to be able to get right back up. He's going to pound the rock forward a little bit to the 22-yard line. Gain a 6 there once again on the play for Roderick Love, who he's been the difference maker in this game. He has been the best player on the field for either team tonight. Making now 2nd down and 4. 7:50 remains now in the contest as the clock is slowly but surely running out of time. Padua around 4-minute mark into this drive. And that one is not what Holy Name needs. That is going to be an offside. Just a little bit of a jump there. I believe that will be on Zach Zambo. And now there'll be another first down here. I mean, if you're Padua, are you actually trying to get in the end zone at this point in the game?
Yes.
They still got to run more time off the clock. They need to run more time off the clock if you're looking at this. I think they're going to take a couple more plays, then take a shot at the end zone if they need to. But I think right now they're going to try to look here, get a couple yards, run the clock down in like 4 minutes, then try to score. Unless they can get something here. Love to the outside. He'll be tripped up there. Nice play on the outside edge there. The tackle on the play by Aiden Butler. And now at this point in the game, Holy Name on defense are making a lot more substitutions per play. 2 or 3 guys are being subbed off more than usually in the game. Andrew Cole coming off the field. It looks like he's playing both sides of the ball. Don't know if we'll see him come back on defense, especially if Holy Name's able to make a stop. Now 6:34 remains. time has stopped on the clock. Still no official word what they didn't official that someone called timeout even. That probably official timeout. Nothing's being said. As there appears to be a clock issue in stadium, the stadium clock appears to be having issues, potentially even not working, and now the issue has been resolved. Clock is running, 6:48 and counting now remains here. 2nd down and 6. Barker takes a snap. Hands, he can keep it himself. He's going to run to the outside, and he'll be tripped up before the line to gain a crucial tackle there once again by Aiden Butler, making it now 3rd down.
Definitely wouldn't be surprised to see another run right here by Roderick Love, probably up the middle.
This is definitely 4-down territory for the Bruins. They're just going to try to pin Holy Name deep at this point. I mean, even if they do have someone who can kick field goals, you don't send them out at this point in the game. And Holy Name needs to get to there at this point. 3rd down and 2. Handoff, Love. Love going to run back, and he'll be able to force his way. And he'll be able just to get enough there and get a yard or 2 extra to get the 1st down. And was able to get to the 6-yard line there, and that'll be 1st down and goal. And now 1st down and goal at the 6. Less than 6 minutes remain here in the 4th quarter for the Holy Name Green Wave to get something working here on defense. Two receivers out wide to the right, none to the left. 1st down and goal. Barker kind of pitch to the outside to Love. Love's going to step back, and he's going to be met and taken down pretty quickly there at the 5-yard line. Maybe a gain of 1 on the play there.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't be surprised to see a 4-down territory here. Even if they don't get it, they're still up, and that would leave Holy Name with at least 90-plus yards to go with only less than 5 minutes remaining.
It's definitely an interesting decision to see when the time comes. Padua could say Holy Name hasn't gotten in the end zone yet. Let's just kick the field goal there and make it an 8-point game. Or they take the chance that Holy Name can't get in the end zone. It's an interesting call if they have to get there. Barker takes it, hands it off to Love. Love has a gap, but he's going to be taken down just shy there at the 2-yard line. Now it's 3rd down and goal to 2. Now I think it basically is guaranteed 4-down territory.
Pretty much, yeah.
The Paddles done a nice job of chewing the clock, 6-7 minutes off of the clock. And now if they score, I believe that's basically game over at this point in time. Third down and goal. Ball at the 2-yard line. Holy Name stacking the line. They need 2 more stops here. Low snap. Love gets it, and they're running short. We're going to see if they're going to call a touchdown. I think they're going to say he's just shy. And they're going to say he's just shy there. And now the coach for Padua is going out there looking for some kind of explanation or something being said. Roderick Love is off the field now on 4th down. Padua has to be calling out. If Roderick Love's off the field, they might be calling time. A lot of confusion as players, half are staying out, half are looking like it's timeout. I mean, Now the clock will resume.
So they're going to run the ball.
QB sneak. I mean, they got to be careful here about pushing the pile because I know Holy Name in the Canfield game, the way they did it resulted in a penalty. So let's see what Holy Name can do. They had a goal line stop here last time. Kid Burger, he's shy! He's shy! He's short! And they're saying he got in! No, I don't know about that. We're going to have to watch the replay on that one, but originally that looked well short the way he was hit. I don't know about that one. We have to look at it. You really can't see it, but the way he fell, it looked like he got hit on the side and his shoulder went down, which would be at the 1 yard line. That one's bang, bang. They're waving it. Actually, they're going to change it? Timeout Padua there. But I'm trying to watch this back real quick. I mean, watch it back and slow it down. We're going to try to watch it back here. As we can see, the knee, I think, was down before. I mean, they're going to go out for the extra point, but I mean, just shocking events here. They're going to rule it as a touchdown here. Padua up 29 over Holy Name right now is pending the extra point. DC under the hold here for the Bruins. Snap is high, the kick is up, and it is good. And with that, we'll take a break here. Your score 21-9. Padua leads at 3:05 remaining here in the fourth. We'll be back on in a minute. .305 remains here in this game. Padua just scoring a touchdown, just barely getting over the line. The official says on different angles, the one definitive angle showing that his knee was down just before getting in. It's a bang-bang that you really can't see, and credit was given there. That one will be falling on at the 30-yard line. As Holy Name, they have 3 minutes to work with here to try to get something going here late in the game. I mean, injury timeout, but looking at things, a couple of key plays in this game. The fourth down where Holy Name was stopped just an inch short of the line, that one being key. The Roger Glove touchdown run and that one there. The 3 key plays of the game there, giving Padua right now what appears to be a 21-9 victory. Holy Name still has time to drill something off of that and try to get some points back here. But what does Holy Name, what can they honestly do on the field right now? What can they do?
They got to score fast. They got to get an onside kick, and they got to score again.
I think scoring here right now is more about mentality going into week 2. You don't want to have one bad game spiral into another. If they can get a touchdown here and try to keep this game competitive, I think that's huge going into week 2 at Lake Catholic. Cole needs to throw. The pass is caught by Rodriguez, and he'll be running across the middle, and he'll be taken down at the 40-yard line. Gain of 9 quickly there for Holy Name, which will now set up 2nd down and 1. Second down and 1 now. Ball at the 31-yard line here. Holy Name needs to work quickly. Trips left formation. Cole dropping back, looking to throw. Pass over the middle is dropped there by Rodriguez. And now third down and 1. Now third down and 1, ball at the 40-yard line here. Trips left formation here. Andrew Cole trying to lead Holy Name down here. He's going to run it himself. He's going to get the first down and some more. He still has some room to run, and he's going to cough up the ball, and that will do it. Padua recovers at midfield, and that will all but seal the deal in this game. Just a heartbreaking way to end what was looking like a promising Week 1 game. Padua in this game, nothing else you can say. They were the better team on the field today. I mean, now they're going to go out there and run out the clock, but still, both sides have plenty that they could take from this game that is good and plenty that they have to work on here. I think getting Nick Barker this win under his belt is going to be huge for Padua's momentum going into what's a difficult schedule with the likes of Youngstown Ursuline coming in the next couple of weeks. They have a difficult schedule, but Padua always plays tough. This will be their first victory against Holy Name since their game in 2019. And now all they got to do is go out here and seal the deal. First down and 10, handoff to Love. Love up the middle. And he's still on speed, but he'll be dragged down there by Blake Feliciano, taken down forward progress, marking him at the 45-yard line. And 2:10 remaining here. Once again, we're back on tomorrow to bring you Holy Name Girls Soccer versus Lutheran West. That game starting at 1 o'clock. We'll be on the call for that game as Holy Name Girls Soccer begin their season and look to have a promising season. A lot of talented players on there. The injury bug just got to them last year. They're looking to have a good year this year. Second down and 5, ball at the 45-yard line. Handoff, Love. He's going to stay on his feet here, as it looks like the game has almost slowed itself there. He gets now to the 37-yard line. A nice little gain there of 8 yards. I mean, he has plenty of rushing yards. What's the tally that we have for him right now? 191 yards. An impressive showing from Roderick Love. That takes him now over 500 yards in 2 games at North Royalton. A stat that just speaks for itself. I mean, for the next year or two, Roderick Love with Padua, it's going to be fun to watch for the Bruins fans. And now let's take some knees here. I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due. Padua played an excellent game today. They probably deserve to go out here with the victory. Nick Barker, congratulations to him on his first varsity win with the Bruins. Congratulations to Coach Cubitt getting his first win with the Bruins as a head coach. Holy Name, they have some things they can look at starting tomorrow, going into that Lake Catholic game, but there's still plenty of positive things to look at. Xavier Rodriguez looks to be a budding star. William Dix still playing at the talent that he has. Andrew Cole, many flashes in the pans. This might be a Week 1 defeat for Holy Name, but they can build off it. They can use it to rally off of. Look at last year. We started 1-2, and we made it to the Final Four. This game does not define our season, and it will not define our season. It's heartbreaking now losing 21-9. Yes, a couple calls would have gone another way, but that's just the game that it is. I mean, nothing else can be said. Your final score from Serpentini Chevrolet Stadium, Padua 21, Holy Name 9. We'll be back on tomorrow afternoon to bring you Holy Name Girls Soccer versus Lutheran West. Then on Tuesday to bring you Holy Name versus Padua Volleyball. And then next Saturday at Mentor High School to bring you Holy Name versus Lake Catholic. With that, that'll do it for our coverage here of the Holy War of Parma. The winner of the game, the State Road outfit of Padua Franciscan. Your final score, 21-9. I've been Nathan Smee, alongside me, Cameron Ragazzo, statistician Michael Polevacik, scoreboard Damian Webb, and my dad on the camera, David Smee. We thank you for tuning in to this broadcast. We hope you'll join us again soon. Have a good night, everyone, and go Namers.